Ladies and gentlemen, I fucked it up, but welcome to another iteration of Making the Sausage. But also, most importantly, the first, I don't know, look, we're going to call it a podcast. Let's keep it simple, right? But we don't know if it actually is going to be we're going to call it a podcast. I don't know what the format's going to be. The idea is there. The execution's going to be a bit off, but I think every week we're going to make it a bit better. So it's a concept that I've got right now that I want to do something where we get to chat with subs. Also, I get to talk about a topic and then people can chime in and give a bit of feedback. And it's a bit more laid back. So the setup is, again, this is like the third setup we got right now. So we've got the studio one. We've got the hood setup. And now we've got this setup. This is a bit of both. It almost looks like studio. I'm bringing the sofa. I flipped it around. I brought it in. Powered by chat. Everyone helped contribute to buy this couch, which I'm freaking loving every moment of it. And yeah, this is going to be this kind of setup. So I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but let's just get to it, right? So we've got people in chat. We've got Zeman, 8K, for the 8K change of his name. How's it going? Pogu indeed. Got Ralphs dropping the boof and Elliot dropping the hypoo. How's it going? Now, this is a question that I've got right now because we are doing a podcasty kind of thing. I don't know if it's a good idea to put music in the background. Although the song I just paused was an absolute banger, I feel like I'll be fucking things up if I put background music, just because people may want to watch it like later and like speed it up, and you don't want to have background music at double speed while someone's talking. At least that's how I listen to my podcasts. Like if I'm listening to a podcast, it's at double speed minimum. So I think it's a better idea to do that instead. But if you think otherwise, like, you know, you want the music anyways, or you think it's not a big deal, let me know. But yeah, and oh bruh, free jazz double speed bestest. Well, yeah, that's, you know, that's the kind of shit I'm into, but I don't know if that applies to everyone else. I don't want to impose my freakish ways onto others, you know what I mean? How's it been, dude? It is, unfortunately, 1 hour late than my estimated schedule. 1 day and 1 hour late. But here's the thing, right? I think that perhaps it was better that I moved it to Sunday for me, because it's Saturday afternoon and night for everyone else. I thought Friday nights would be better, but at that time that I'm streaming now, I think in the US, it's still like midday or like a little bit in the afternoon. But if that was Friday, people would be still working or at school or whatnot. But on a Saturday, that's less people that are being occupied at this kind of time. They may be better for me. Just wrap up the week. Fuck, on that note, on wrap up, I should have brought my documents. I might do that right now. I might pull that out. So there's a few things I want to go through. I think right now a safe time would be around an hour. We'll just aim for an hour. I think we're going to have plenty of time. We're going to do calls. We're going to talk about shit. It's going to be fine. Okay, Mr. PKK Warrior, how's it going, dude? Usually with commentators, there's still background sounds like people chanting. So maybe a song way in the background. Like super like hour, including calls, seems about right. Yeah, I think so. Look, we're going to step it up, right? There's people that do like extremely long podcasts. It gets a bit out of control. And there's people that, you know, just do it now. Just do an hour. Take it one step at a time, dude. Yeah, so one thing that I wanted to do today, by coincidence, was do a wrap-up of my February match data that I did, right? To just show you guys maybe what were the popular characters that I was getting encountering, and also where my wins and losses are. I didn't add any of this month's data, but January and February we can do them in one bang. We won't do it now. First, let's talk about the main topic. Then we'll take it from there. We'll do the little wrap up of the data, and then we'll do calls. So I think that will be the flow right now. Again, Nikita reminded me, we have Papi Hachi. I need to remove it from BTTV because it is actually available now for subs. We'll have Papi Hachi and the cursed image in T1. So you get 2 emotes now. And you can drop Papi Hachi on any chat across all of Twitch without any restrictions, man, apart from getting banned. But I'm just saying, you can drop that bad boy whenever you feel like it on your favorite streamer, dude. And if there's a screen cap to go with it, I'll love you even more. I want to see that shit. So yeah, that's pretty dank. So what do we got here? So let me look. Yeah, so the topic for the day is my first locals. So I've been going around town for a couple weeks now, going to local offline stuff. It took me a long time to get the courage. Like I've been encouraging almost everybody on stream since like August or September, since I've really started. Like, if you know there's a local, go to the goddamn local. It's gonna make you better. I'm basically giving everyone the pep talk, but I couldn't apply that to me. I was being too much of a puss to even dare go in and actually do it myself, because I felt like I'll be just. I don't know if I was more worried about being embarrassed or if I was more worried about wasting their time. Like, it was a bit of both, right? You don't want to go there and just be like a dumb O2er and just get swept up for nothing. You know what I mean? But I finally mustered the courage, because I thought I was going to do it at the beginning of the year. So I was like, okay, January we'll start doing it. But January I was still doing the documents. We got all this stuff going on. And my streaming was not back returning consistently. So it got a little bit sidetracked. But I managed to figure things out. Okay, we're going to start this month. So better late than never. And okay, so what was the first thing I did? The first place I went to was Battle Cat Bunker. Okay, so that place is, where is it? Every time I forget. Maryland, in Sydney. I don't know if anybody's watching from Sydney. Hopefully somebody's watching from Sydney. Oh, Noyu is here. They're dropping that weird ass creepy looking pepper, dude. There you go, dude. That slope. So yeah, we went there to Maryland. Basically, me, Lalike, and Nikita all went together at the same time. Tobias Fate Leak. There you go. So we all went there, and it was really packed. I was surprised how packed it was. It's a relatively small place. Like, there's only like 2 to 3 rooms there, with tons of setups. Like, every room is packed with setups, pretty much, right? So that day it was a Friday. So on those days, it's basically Street Fighter 5 and Tekken people, and you know, they basically distributed into 2 rooms. But the mix. One room was a streaming room where it was Alchemist stream. He was streaming and he had a guest in. I think he had one guest that came from Melbourne, and he was playing, and basically everybody that was at the building that was playing Tekken would have a turn against him. And it was basically, he was playing Hwoarang, and he was just destroying everyone one by one. And I was just watching that, and like, everybody was getting fucked up, right? So yeah, so we went and did all, like, I just sat and watched. I didn't know anyone. Everyone else knew each other, and that was my first impression. Okay, so this guy, dude, how's it going? Where have you been, man? I'm just looking down at chat. So yeah, how's it going, man? So I was talking about BKB. So I went in there, and of course, it's, for me, being a first timer, it was very intimidating. Like, I'm not gonna bullshit you. It's like, it was really weird. I feel like everyone was friends. So I was, man, where have you been? I've been waiting here at 9 a.m. Oh, there you go. It's 10 now. It's all right. 1 hour, 1 schmour, dude. Don't worry about it. We're here. You haven't missed much. So what happened was that, you know, you could tell a vibe that these people have known each other for a while. They know, they're really familiar with each other. So like, me coming in, I felt like a fish out of water, and I was like, I don't know who to engage and what to do. I wouldn't say I'm socially awkward, but I'm bad with ice breaking. Once it's broken, it's fine. But the ice breaking, I'm a bit shit. I won't cut you off. It's all good. No, it's all good, dude. Don't worry. So I went there. I just sat in there, and then over time, you know, everyone's like, how'd it go? Eventually, they point to me. It's like, have you had a go? I'm like, no, I haven't. And I really didn't want to go. I really was like, fuck this, man. This guy's destroying everyone. Like, guys that are sponsored, he's just like destroying them. I'm like, fuck this, man. But eventually, they, you know, after pussyfooting around, they said, just go and do it. Go and try it out. So I go, and then this is the first thing that happened, right? The guy was sitting in P1. So that means I have to sit down in P2, no complaints, right? So that was the first realization I had It's obvious, extremely obvious when you think about it, right? But at that moment, I was like, okay, this is gonna be happening all the time. This is not a an inconvenience. This is a reality, that you have to be doing P2 symmetrical play. You have to be a symmetrical player from now on and out. That's your existence right now. Don't try and jump into another position and then fuck around and try and get it, like basically do a 1-4 grab to go, or a 2-4 grab to get to the other side or something. Like, that's bullshit, right? Like, you have to play and initiate backstepping, all that stuff. I sit down to the guy. There's like fucking 15 people behind me. You can probably find the VOD somewhere. I know Mr. PKK Warrior was there. I know Karim was there. I messaged everyone on the Discord, and some people did manage to pop up at that time. And it was just like freaking me the fuck out. I was losing my mind. It was very high stress at that moment. So I just sat down and I was like, okay, whatever. And it became like tunnel vision. When the match started, it's like all my peripheral vision just went black, and I was just like looking at the middle, and I wasn't even processing. It was like complete mental overload. And then I realized that I couldn't Korean backdash from P2 side cleanly at all. I couldn't do 2 steps back to get out of the pressure. And this guy was a Hwarang that just fucking steamrolled. High pressure Hwarang, right? Because that's what Hwarang's all about. It's like, don't give any breathing room, constantly make them guess until they crouch and lose. That's the idea. But I wasn't even thinking at those steps ahead. I was completely overblown and overloaded, and it was really fucked up at that time. So yeah, there you go, Mr. PK. Yeah, I noticed. That's exactly what happened to me at Last Chance Qualifier. Midgy, yeah, sad face. But that's all right. That's all right. It was illuminating, instantly illuminating, because when that happened, I noticed that, okay, first of all, P2, extra important. And that was a joke. The joke was that, it's first to 5. And I basically told them, I'm new to the game. My goal right now is to get 1 round. So I've got 15 chances, 12 chances to get 1 round. And basically I sat there every time. I didn't get a single fucking round. There were some close things. For example, I'd get an opportunity, maybe a launch or a counter hit or something nice. And what happened was all my combos were not connecting. I think for 2 reasons. One reason, I think, deep down in my heart, I believe, is that the timing was different because it's offline. There's something about doing a death fist punish and getting those little spaces of the 1-3 and all that stuff. It's very particular feeling, a feeling that you do. The timing was different. I feel like I was always a little bit too late. It would just drop at the right moment. It wouldn't connect right. That could have been nerves combined with that. And the second thing was the nerves. That's like another category. Is that if anybody was watching my streams in the early streams, like 6 months ago, and we were talking about the bread and butter combos, the simple things, all the things that you have to do on command. You just have to do it every time. What would happen was that over time, it's like I found it was a multi-tiered thing. First of all, you try and learn the combo in practice mode. Then you have to do it in practice mode so many times where you just do it every time. Then you bring it to the match online, obviously, right? Probably you do it in quick plays. Then you get that comfortable. Then you do it in ranked matches where it feels like it matters more. It's a lot more stressful. You do that, then it becomes very comfortable. Once you become comfortable, that's you reach that point where you can improvise, where you can make small changes depending on your distance at the wall, optimizing. That's when you've really taken control of that specific combo, that you can, okay, I'll do half of that and I'll change the ender to get a nice splat at the wall and just combo a little bit more. Just stack a bit of extra damage. That's when you've got control of the situation. What happens, what I didn't know, is that there's that's one category. But then there's more above that, which is basically going offline and doing that. The timing, the pressure. When you do something cool, like you punish something they do, and then everyone yells, my hands fell off. I was like, I couldn't do it, at that moment. And I was like, whoa, and everyone blows up in a positive way towards me, basically made me go, fuck, and then they drop. The combo drops. I'm like, shit. Or I don't do something optimal, I do something wrong, I fuck it up. So that is, that was something that I was not ready for. Even though like I perform on stages, I've done it 1,000 times. It's just a different beast all over again. But I instantly picked it up. I was like, okay, that's something. Then it's about, then I was like, okay, P2 comboing, not as good as the P1 comboing, not as consistent. So I just had to be able to. I just basically took all that information, and then we did 15 rounds with that guy, not a single win. But that's fine. Like in retrospect, right now I'm like, of course, man, what do you expect? But that's fine. But as you guys can hear, I've gleaned like so many lessons just from that 1 5-minute session. He banged me out real quick. It was done, right? He was like super nice. He didn't make me feel bad. He helped me. Like I asked if that was natural or what's the break for it. He'll just tell me. He was fine. He wasn't like being secretive or anything. And yeah, it was good. But then at that moment, I felt so fucked up because I felt like I blew it because I knew there was people from my in chat right now that were watching, and I was like, I want to just give you guys at least one round. I was like, fuck man, I couldn't even do that. But that put me into perspective. Okay, this is where I need. Now it's the climbing. But here's the funny thing. I'm just gonna do a fast forward and a rewind. So the fast forward was like a day or two later. I found out who this guy was. I actually followed that guy on Twitter, and I just didn't know that was him. The guy, I think his name's DreadTech. He's from Melbourne, and he used to be the president of BAM or Couch Warriors. I think BAM, and he's no longer that, but he used to run the show. So like, this guy is like, and he has a melee background, and Tekken's his first fighting game, traditional fighting game. But like this guy's been around the block. He's fucking a legend in his scene. And I just didn't know who he was, so that's like I got crushed by someone who's obviously fucking out of my league in 1,000 ways. But I was like, I just found out the next day. I was like, oh fuck. But right after that match, like I just went to another room and I just sat down. I was like, fucking, oh my lord, I just want to leave because I was just like, what am I doing? Like I'm 1,000 years too young to do this. Too old. I'm not. I'm not anywhere near. So I just basically left. I went to the other room where the Street Fighter guys were. And I found a setup that was unoccupied with Tekken. And I basically went there, booted practice mode, went to P2, and just backdashed for like 20 minutes. And I was just doing that for like 20 minutes but by myself. I was like, fuck. Okay, it was kind of like forced practice. Like it actually made me really want to evaluate and do that. So I was just doing that. And that's fine. And then I was just trying to do combos on P2, just stay on P2. And then during that time, let's say 20 minutes in or something, this guy turns up. I forgot his name. I don't want to disrespect. He just came up to me. He's like, "Just want to play some games?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So we just sat there and we played a few games. He was playing Lee, and I'm always hyped when I see Lee, even if I'm versing him. I'm like, I like watching Lee. And then I played a few matches with him, and he was obviously, in retrospect, even at the time I could tell, but like he was obviously going a bit easy on me, and you could tell that wasn't his main character. I asked him like, who do you main? And he mentioned some other characters like Law and something else, I forgot. And I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. And he says that he's basically learning Lee for the past couple weeks because he wants to learn how to deal with him, and he ended up just practicing him. So that's pretty cool. And he was nice. He told me about the breaks, this is that's safe, that's unsafe. So it was like he was helping me out throughout the whole thing. And we did a few matches. It was fine. I won a couple times here and there, so I was like that gave me a bit of courage, a bit of an uplifting kind of thing, just a little bit of that. So that was always good. And then he left afterwards and all kind of stuff. And I think that was pretty much it. I think it was the match with DreadTech, and then the match with the other guy that we just did some quick friendlies, and that was it. That was my first time. But I spent a lot of time watching, and just seeing the game paced differently, and seeing good habits and safe play and good pokes and all that, just all this shit that you should be looking at the whole time, but I'm not because of the stupid online that I'm doing. All these scrub ass, dumb ass, fucking teals and greens, the shit that I deal with nonstop is making me like the worst things I could imagine into one person. It's just like giving me bad habits. But that's fine. Like it is what it is, right? But now I'm a lot more aware of it because my eyes have been looking, like, especially the past couple of weeks, just to fast forward. I've looked at a lot of hours worth of good play that kind of makes me want to emulate that behavior when I play online, right? So that was that day. It was pretty good, I overall was all right. The guy who runs the place was nice to me, like was treat me nice. The people wanted me to be involved, like everyone's a bit awkward, right? Because we don't know who's who. You don't want to be like forcing people to do things against their will, but they were open to saying, "Do you want to play? Fucking, just say something. If you're proactive, you can do whatever you want." And I advise that. Like if you're shy, just get over it and just jump in. But there was heaps of people. It was a very packed day, so a lot of people were like watching. So yeah. Then the next day, literally, it was York Street Battle, which was the monthly tournament that's in the city by Oz Hardu. So I went there at 4 o'clock. Like it starts at 4 p.m. Thank God, because the events, I think they're setting up and all that's like for 10:30 in the morning. So I actually went there, got there on time. Like there was parking in the same building as the event. Like I just went to Google Maps and I found like a parking on the opposite side of the street, but it's actually part of the same structure. So I parked, I went upstairs and I was like, oh wait, I'm in the right building. So that was good. So I got there, I saw some similar faces, which is good. So some people from BKB, I saw, parking in the city, dude. And it was 20, okay, here's the thing. Want to go to York Street Battles? It's $20 flat fee when you turn up at the parking lot. It is probably one of the worst parking lots I've seen in my life. Like, probably it is the worst parking lot I've seen in my life. But there were plenty of spots, which is a good thing. And it was $20 for the whole day. So, when I'm saying it's the worst parking lot, like, I can talk about it forever. It's amazing. Like, it's amazing how bad it is. Like, you would never guess. Like, in the middle of the city, that thing exists. Unbelievable. Like, I don't want to describe it to you. All I gotta say is, go to York Street Battles once a month, and you'll find out. Why? I don't know. Go find out. Go with your car and go in there. It's going to cost you $20, and then you're going to go upstairs and spend all day in the tournament. And the thing is that the place closes at midnight. So, you're going to stay there all the way to the end. You're going to play friendlies, going to do it. Then you're going to go eat if you want, come back, and then drive out. And then you're going to have the knowledge of why the fuck I said that. And you're going to be like, you're right. So, it's excruciatingly bad. But, but the fact that it's $20 and there were heaps of spots, 10 out of 10 for me. So I went upstairs. I saw similar faces, which is good, because you don't want to go into another room with a bunch of unknowns again. You have to restart. So they were nice. I was saying, "What's up?" Blah, 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 register. I registered online. Like, please do that. Like, some people were doing it at the moment there, last minute paying cash. I'm like, fuck, man. It's just do it with your PayPal. Like, pro tip: use PayPal, pay it out. Bruka, how's it going, mate? How you doing, dude? I'm doing good, man. Talking about my my first local stories. So I went there. We waited for the brackets to be written down and set up, and then it's basically like roll call. We're all lined up, and there's like 6 setups in a row. And it's like setup number 1, like with a mic, so and so and so and so. Then it's the fucking setup number 2, so and so and so and so. And it's like fucking nervous. I'm nervous, man. And then I think they did seedings, right? So they pit the strongest guys with the weakest guys, so they can eliminate. They knock all the scrubs into losers quickly, and the good guys progress into winners. That's fine. That's how you do a proper event. So they did that. They matched me with a guy called Evray, and he's a Feng main. As far as I know, I've only seen him play Feng every week. I've seen him. He's playing Feng. So I played a match with him. I sat down. I got P1. He gave me I think I basically did like musical chairs and just fucking darted to the P1 spot just to give myself an advantage, right? So he didn't have a fucking problem. Like, he knew that I'm fucking new, so he's like, yeah, whatever. So I gave it a sit down. It was fine. And he's super friendly. Like, that dude was like probably the first guy I noticed that was super fucking friendly and like, fuck yeah, like, I can actually open up and just say something, and I relaxed immediately. So we started playing, and it's again like he was basically downloading me real quick, like within 1 or 2 rounds. Like he was very conservative in what he was doing, and just basically just collecting information and punishing accordingly. And at that match, I immediately noticed Feng is a really good character against Dragunov. He was like the anti-Dragunov. It wasn't just him being good, but the nature of the character itself, with the Kempo steps and the high crushing kind of evasive lows that he does that go up. And it's also a whole bunch of sequences that I wasn't aware of, right? I was, because I don't see Fangs in online, which is the only source of information I have. Like, I can show you my data. It's like fucking almost non-existent when it comes to Fang. So everything he did was like a newfound mystery, and he was doing things efficiently, moving nicely, and just like zoning me out and chipping away. Like, how you guys know that I like whiff my running twos. Well, now I was like double whiffing him because he would just back off right at the right moment and just come back and fuck me up every time. But it was illuminating destruction, if that makes sense. I was getting my ass kicked, but every time I was like, wow! I was literally going, whoa, that was awesome! Like, oh, that's so good! Like, he's like destroying me in a tournament match. I'm like complimenting him. I'm like, fuck, that was good. I'm just like enjoying the punishment just because it's like forcing that knowledge. Like, next round, you have to be better than the previous immediately. You can't just like go through this match and jump to the next and get on with your day. It's like, no, there's a guy next to you, and you have to adapt or die, kind of shit. So basically every round I was trying, okay, change this or try that, and I was basically troubleshooting in real time. So yeah. Oh, Danny Bruce, he dropped in the triple puppy Hachi, dude. There you go. That's how you do it. So Evray basically destroyed me. I O2'd, obviously. I don't know if I got a round. I might have gotten a round at some point. Maybe not. I don't think so. I don't remember. So yeah, dude, how's it going? So then that was done. Then I got knocked into losers. That freaked me out a bit. But then I remembered, oh yeah, that's what is supposed to happen. You don't go into, I suck. You go to losers and then you try. So I waited a bit. It was actually, okay. So for what I was told, I'm fast forward to go back, right? I found out that at the Oz Hardwood tournament, there was around 108 people that turned up for all the games combined. And Tekken was at 33 people, which is like a third of the attendance, which apparently I was told through organizers that Tekken usually is a fifth of the event. So this month, we were 1/3, which is awesome. Like, I was like, fuck yeah, dude. So we had a fat amount of people for a local tournament like that. And I hope like more people turn up. I don't know where I'm gonna find them. Like, if anyone from Sydney is watching, fucking go, please. Like, it's so much better. The more people, when you can have like, not just a bracket, but having like pools or something, like 2 brackets or something like that. That would be even better. So yeah, so I waited a bit. We waited for the next round. I was watching other people play, and I got my first match in losers. So I got paired up in that. I sat down, and I knew who the guy was. Like, I don't know anyone, but I knew who that guy was. That guy is like, as far as, I'm not in the community, but I peripherally like go on Twitter and, just whatever. And this guy, okay, if I remember his name right, his name was Made Man. And he is like the guy for Virtual Fighter in Australia. As far as I know, there's no one that tops him in like maintaining the community and running the events and also being a good player. He's just the guy for Virtual Fighter, as far as I know. And I think he is the tournament organizer for Virtual Fighter for that day as well. So yeah, like I was like, fuck, this dude, I'm gonna get fucked for it, And yeah, so he was there as well. And it turns out it was his first time at the tournament for Tekken as well. So it was our first time both. So yeah, and that time I was in P2. I sat down on P2. So I was like, okay, fucking bring your A game, fucking relax. Just fucking, this guy's experience. He knows how to fucking play offline. Just try and be above that and just try and do your best. And I played him, and yeah, after, a little bit of time, I realized that, okay, I might have a chance at this. And I just, went for it. I was being a little bit more cautious, and I 2-0'd him. I won. I fucking won. So that was pretty fucking sick. And he was playing King, which made me a lot comfortable playing, what do you call it? Playing, because King, I've seen so many that He does a grab from initial initiation. You know, it's a one break. He grabs you, and you know you miss one, he hit a two, and you break it. Does a Shining Wizard. It actually works offline. Shit like that. Like all of a sudden, yeah, like that happens. I was like, okay, that was good. And I think, you know, look, GG's to the guy. Dude's like, that's not even his game, and he's like going play multi-game at one event. So I'm like, fuck, I can't do that. Yeah, the untold tale. No, that's fine, dude. But yeah, that was good. That made me feel good about myself. Like even though, you know, I wasn't like, you know, it was. I think we were peers at that level. I think we were equals. So I did a good job for myself, I guess. Then I proceeded to the next match, and I was just watching who was playing, and then I realized I could check on my phone and Smash.gg, and because the seeds, the brackets were updated, I could what do you call it? I could see who was my opponent, and I just looked for the name, and then basically saw who are they playing now, and just go to their booth and just watch them and see what he plays and how he plays. It maybe let me do some R&D in real time, right? So I just sat back and watched, and he was playing Jack, right? And I'm like, fuck, man, I know nothing about Jack, because fucking if you thought not seeing Feng was bad, not seeing Jack was even worse. Like it's like Jack, Gigas, and Kruma have around the same screen time on my setup. You never see him. So what happened was, I was watching that. I was like, okay, fuck, okay, I just don't duck, I guess. I don't know what the fuck. What can you do? So we get paired up. We sit down, and luckily enough, whatever. I managed to sit in P1. I was like, fuck, okay, I got it. I sit in P1, and then we go into character select. I'm fixing my button configuration and all that kind of stuff. I'm getting ready. Thing loads, and I wasn't paying attention to what he picked or anything. I was just watching them, and then I see the characters come in. Motherfucker's got a Feng. I'm like, oh no, it's true. It's fucking true. Feng is a counter pick. I knew it immediately. The fucking moment he picked Feng, I was like, this is the anti-Dragunov strats. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It was terrible. And then I was like, fuck. And just be very careful. I was on P1, so I could backdash a bit more. But again, I was doing the same mistake. Running twos, tempo step, launch. So I just tried to vary it with like double forward threes instead to get that. Oh yeah. Oh, we get sainted. What?
Big winners only.
Big winners only. Absolutely, dude. Wait, are we live? Yeah, we be live. Hell yeah, dude. There we go, dude. Oh, nice. You got that nice 5-month jar. That's very good. So one more before it goes teal. There you go, dude. The Puppy Hachi is live, dude. So yeah, he picked Feng, right? So but the thing was that this Feng was extremely different to Evray. God, I can't remember the guy's name. I don't want to like forget. I don't remember the guy's name. Look, if you go to like Smash.gg and find York Street Battles 67, that's the one I went to. You'll find my name in there. You'll see who I versed. But compared to Evray, different Feng. And I had a few rounds. Nani? This guy. What's going on, dude? He's upgraded to a cursed image and a Puppy Hachi? Dude, bang for buck, dude. Dude, it's so fucking bright where you live. What? Also, I got a new monitor, man. Tekken has never looked, and gaming in general hasn't looked this good. But the Asus, I want to know which one that is. XG27VQ. Yeah, a fresh monitor, like a nice monitor, dude. Mad respect, dude. I always like that. So yeah, what happened was, I was getting rounds, but I ended up getting O2'd from just bad mistakes. Little mistakes, like you would get like a lot of health, you take them to this much, something happens and they finish you off. It's like, okay, every time. But that was a match that I felt like I think in some match it was like double Luigi, like, you know, 2-2, and it was basically a tiebreaker, I think. I think it was 2-0 he beat me. And it is what it is, but that was the match I felt I needed the cursed image, dude. But you also got Puppy Hachi, dude. You got 2 emotes. So, what's that? Oh, there we go, this one. I can't see it now, but I can see it myself. See what it looks like. Oh, yes, okay. Yep, I know that one. Yep, that's very nice, dude. That's fucking clean. So deathweights. So that was fine. And I was out. I was out of the tournament. That was it. But there you go. Robs has the T2 grinder, the Puppy Hachi grind, dude. Hell yeah. So there you go. So that was it. I was eliminated, but then that allowed me to just watch matches. And there's guys like Rec and Alchemist. They basically were doing like an hour of friendlies, back to back, non-stop. Like I think they were using like okay, Alchemist was using Steve and Rec was using Armor King, and it was just like high level shit that I could not like handle mentally, and just watching them, dude. Nah, dude, I got that one. Dude, I wanted to say the asses, but they didn't sell them, so they sold me this by accident because the serial name is similar. Oh wow. Drop it. I'm gonna drop it real quick. Check this shit out, dude. Boom. It's got that Kazuya purple electrics, dude. It ain't your average man's power, dude. This is perfect. Wow. Just frame, dude. Holy fuck, dude. There you go. So, that was it. Then I was watching that, and then we eventually got to the, want to know what my previous monitor was? I bought the bad boy in 2008. Cash converters, oh boy. No, fuck, Philips monitor, no bueno, dude. No bueno. Yeah, fuck that noise. I'm out. Jesus. Rip. Perfect. So yeah, that's what I was saying is that, I was out, I was watching, and then we got to the point, because here's the thing, here's how the setup goes. Is that Street Fighter V has their commentary and top 8s for a couple hours, and once they complete theirs, then Tekken 7 takes that computer and do their commentary for the top 8s. Right? That's why I hosted that. Like if I'm at a York Street battle, I will host that event, so you know you can see me in the background or something, right? So I posted on Discord at that time. Some people did jump in. Danny Brucey dropped in. Fucking Danny Brucey was funny when the top 8 started. His first comment was like, Petro's out already? I thought he was a favorite. I was like dying. I was just sitting there. Like, what the fuck am I reading? So I had the chat on my phone. And I was reading the chat, and we basically sat behind the other guys. And don't judge me. I was only 15 and I had no money. Well, that's the thing. It's better than nothing. But you know what you got now is like, woo. There you go, fucking gold. There you go. It was just fucking funny, and no one knew who I was because I'm a fucking nobody, right? And then someone's like dropping the references, and like someone told me to do like a wave, a dance on the screen. I think it was Alaki. He told me to dance or something. Fucking Christ! And it was really funny, man. That you know, people were like, you know, mentioning me, and no one knew the fuck I was. And then I think I dropped an email, I think to Danny Brucey, an email, the cursed image, and then one of the commentators, like the guy's called Asura's Abyss, is his tag name. He's also sponsored. He's a Jack main, and he's basically looking at. I saw it when I popped it in chat. I looked at him, look at his screen, look at the emo, and then like look over there, and I look at him, and he's like. And then it just went back. He's like, what the fuck is this? You know, it's like really funny. Like he wasn't being mean. He's like, what the fuck? You know, it's like I'm pretty sure that face is over there, but you know, with better teeth on that screen than there. But yeah, it was fucking funny, man. And so that was it was a really clutch top 8. I recommend you guys watch it because there's some really fucking clutch matches in there. Especially, oh yeah, most important. A top Korean guy a high level Korean guy turned up as a guest. The guys from BKB, from Battle Cat Bunker, sent him over. They flew him over from Brisbane because he's officially, I think he's recently moved to Brisbane. I think a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago. His name is Rest. He's like a Tekken God Prime from season 1 in Korea. So there weren't that many Tekken God Primes back then. So who's a confirmed bitch? What? I'm confused. I forgot what I was talking about earlier. I think I'm behind in chat. So what happened was yeah, he came in as a guest and basically just like fucking just steamrolled himself into winners, right? But there was a match he had with a Hwarang from Sydney, and well, like that was one of the most clutch matches. Like there was some it was clutch. And that stuff's on stream. You can find that stuff on York Street, on Oz Khadu's YouTube channel. You can find that video. It's really good. Just got back in the talking sim today. Got a match with Brian. Dude, reminds me why I respect Brian plays, because they stick it out to the end. Lord Silver, yes, Lord Silver, that's his name. He's a nice guy, dude. Like, he reminds me of a friend that I had in uni. Like, same vibes. I love the dude. And yeah, like, everyone was giving him mad shit, just like breaking his balls while he's playing. And it was really funny stuff, dude. And that was a very clutch match. And Rest did manage to win. And he went into the finals. And then in the loser brackets, something happened with the TOs. I think someone must have confused the order of the matches. And there was no break for the loser brackets to like give themselves at least a couple matches buffer to rest. And let's say the winner of the loser brackets had to play 4 matches in a row to get to the finals, right? Without stopping. And Rec basically went through every single step against like monster after monster after monster after monster to get to the end, to get to the finals, right? So like he was burnt by the end of it. So yeah, he didn't manage to win. Rest did win. I think there was no reset either. But like the matches that Rec did to get there were unreal. I think they were good stuff. Like everyone should watch them. Like, no doubt about it. But yeah, that was it. That was pretty good. Then everyone was done. They all basically went and took Rest for like dinner at some ramen place. I don't know. I didn't go with them. And then I just helped them pack up, and then I left, and that was it. So that was like my first local tournament experience kind of thing. That was not bad, man. Like it was about the awkwardness in the beginning, like about, you know, who the fuck am I don't know anyone, all that kind of stuff. Nice couch, absolutely, dude. Funded by you people in chat, dude. How badass, dude. Imagine you went to get ramen with them. How awkward. Yeah, well, fuck. It was a whole bunch of people, but I didn't know. I was like, why would I do that? That's a bit dumb. Little golden nuggets. There you go. Yeah, what's going on? I'm ready to take a call whenever. Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna get there. Don't we? It's just that I'm backing up a lot of story. We have 48 minutes, man. Or 40 minutes, including all the wait time. But yeah. So I'm ready to take a call whenever. Asian guy, let's go get ramen. Yeah. Everyone was laughing about that. We have so many stories to go through. Yeah, I know. So then that week transpired and I went to the next. I'm going to try and cut the other one short. So next week again, I went to PZE. There you go. So, okay, let me just see if I can find anything relevant. So on Facebook, let me just show you some Facebook links, right? So let me go to study room. Woo! I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. So that's BKB, Battle Cat Bunker. So I've been there now a couple of times, right? I've gotten to talk with the guy who runs the place, people that go there regularly. They're really fucking cool dudes, man. And they really, really want like to like make the Sydney like FGC scene healthy. Like they wanted to like really bump up, and you know, this guy's really legit and he's doing a lot of work and he's told me things he's planning on doing. And yeah, okay, so this could be some photos to give a reference. There we go. So the Facebook thing leaves. Okay, so there's like a bunch of rooms. So you see like there's multiple setups. This is like some smash shit right now. Let's see if I can find, okay, because I'm not logged into my Facebook. I think you guys can see. We have so many stories to go through. Bankstown. Oof, loot art. Yeah, they fucking, I don't even know how you saw it. Was there any? I didn't even fucking know, dude. But yeah, it's freaking, oh, fuck you. Not now. Yeah, so you got like heaps of people. It's fucking legit. And it's getting, apparently last week, well, this couple days ago that I went to, it was the most packed day in the Battle Cats history. So like the week before was the record, then this week was a record, and hopefully next week will be another record. So I really want that to be pushed like that. It's really legit shit. And of course, York Street battles. Oh, dude, there we go. I can actually check my, so I was 17th place out of 33. So you can't say I was at the bottom. Thank fucking God. So yeah, here's the bracket. I'll tell you who I lost to in the third match. Just I want to complete that bit. So where are we? Where am I? Let's go to the bottom of the page. Womp womp. Where am I? Duck. His name is Duck. That's right. He O2'd me real clean. That's all good. 17th, yeah. I know the feeling. I was walking in the names Western Australia, Cotton Socks, Gunmo, Ant-Man, Akan P2 were intentional faces like this is my first local. I made my trip, taken under my belt and say hello. BKB so fresh off on the streets. Actually opened up in Sydney about a month after I started playing. Yeah, I think the guy told me like around 8 months. 8 months. So this is the event that this guy in chat didn't go to because he decided to go to his orientation class. It's a complete time burn. Okay, so this is a PZE bar at Bankstown Sports Centre. This event has a $250 prize every week for free entry, free parking, and you can get $250 if you win. That's fucking nuts. The fact that these guys are just like giving free money like that is fucking crazy. And the people there, the vibe, the place is fucking immaculate. The building, I've never been in that building. That building is fucking immaculate. It's like a palace. Crazy. We went there, the vibes were good, it was clean, there was a bunch of setups. Yeah, they basically booted up all the computers to play Tekken. Just jump in, like before the tournament starts, just jump in and pick up, just grab a machine, do friendlies, do whatever. The staff there are great. Yes, they are. Yeah, the guy, Justin, I think was his name. Joshua, not Justin, Joshua. Joshua that was running that, fucking legend, super friendly, just warmed me up straight away, fucking A. So, it's cause it's a pizza bar. Bring in 50, 60 people, everyone buys pizza, everyone gets pissed. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, it's a bar, and it's not, you can get burgers and shit, I don't know about pizza. Come down to Melbourne and play that for the fat 5,000. Yeah, well, fuck, man. My first look was a pub, I think they're pissing everyone off. Yeah, I'm just catching up with chat. Stormmaster, there you go, dude. Yeah, venue gets a pretty good turnover. Righty. So yeah, we got, I think at that event there was 20 people, 19, 20 people, which aren't that many, but there was, a whole bunch of high level guys there, and it was pretty, and that was the funny thing. I went there, yeah, and the drinks are expensive. Yeah, there you go. Right, PZE, yeah. It's Platform Zero Esports, which is a fucking whack-ass name in my opinion. But, it is what it is. Yeah, so that place is legit. I highly recommend that, dude. Whoever's there. Yeah, it's because people go downstairs and to buy like burgers. Yeah, but the thing is that the burgers, they can bring them to you. You just order them and you don't have to go anywhere. They just bring them to you at the event. So everyone was fucking eating and that was it. Yeah. So, yeah. It's great. Yeah, I think so too. Like, it's a good thing. It's like everyone hangs out anyways. It's a good tournament. It's okay, and the format is a little bit different. It's basically best of 5 and not best of 3. So it's a different format. Melbourne got BAM, Couch Warriors, and Pegasus. Yeah. I know, like, Melbourne has a way more robust scene. That's why, like, I want to, like, help boost the Sydney scene. I want it to be fucking legit, because there's no reason it shouldn't be, in my opinion. Because I know that Wollongong below, Newcastle above, have really good scenes, and they're like small cities compared to Sydney. It's like not even a competition in size, but they have so much impact in what they do. It's crazy. Yeah, BO5, best of 5, right? Really hard, dude. 50 people to buy a burger, venue makes $600. Yeah, dude. As well as controlling library friendlies. Yeah. The cost of cogs. Yeah. But that was fine as well. Collingwood. Oh, right. In Melbourne. So what was I saying? Yeah, it was a fucking legit event. It's fucking clean. They do other stuff actually there as well. They do like League of Legends 1v1s for 250 as well, I think. And they do like Counter-Strike 2v2s. They do FIFA. They do all sorts of other stuff. I was like, holy crap! I never even knew that. I think it's it's like their marketing. They need to like advertise themselves better, because I found out by chance. Really, I had to research to find that out. AK Liddy. I'll move to Sid blend with Lebs like no one else. With the Lebs, there you go, dude. So yeah, that was pretty good. At that event, my first matchup was with Astro's Abyss. So we pretty much I got flushed real quick. But I got a couple rounds each set. I got like a round. I think the third one I didn't. But you know, that was what it was. But here's one thing that I learned. Okay, what did I find out today or that day? I found out that if you're playing on PC, you need a radio. I know a guy. What? Easy speak the campiest Arabic you can. You can tell, but anybody. Okay. What? Yeah, the Razer Panthera bug. Yes, yes. The guy knows. I did not know that. Asura's Abyss and I have a Razer Panthera. I plugged it in. He plugged it in. We go to character select. I select my thing. We're going to a stage, and he looks at me and is like, "Did you see what happened?" I'm like, "No." Like what? And then I realized that like I basically he didn't pick his character. I'm like, "Why didn't you pick your character?" I start backdashing, and then the other character is basically crouch dashing into me like that, like this, right? So I'll press a button and they'll both punch, or I'll do like a down one. They'll both do their versions of down one. It was basically I was controlling both at the same time, because apparently if you have two Razer Pantheras plugged in at the same time, it just doesn't know which one. It doesn't see them as two separate entities. It sees them as one. No, I actually killed myself because it was me picking Dragunov, and the other option that I pressed was Lei. And what happened was that I think I was doing back 1+2, which is the double overhand hammer fist. But as I was doing that, Lei does that back turning head smash. So basically, I would do that, it would whiff, it would crush, and I'll punish me. And I did that a few times and just died. I was like, that's great. A slow as fuck bad option. There you go. So we had to pull it out, and it took us fucking forever. We had to change the machine and then go back to the other one. And it's basically like the solution was to like unplug them both, plug one in, go to the main menu, plug one in, confirm, plug the second one, confirm, and then go into matchmaking, and it kind of straightened things out. And I was like, fuck, man. And since then, I've seen it happen many more times to other people that have dual Pantheras. I'm like, fuck, man. I like when I'm recommending sticks, like that is something I did not know as a consideration. Like that's serious in my opinion. Like that shouldn't be the case. And apparently, didn't you need to change to PS3 mode? I didn't try that. Didn't have to. No, it's just like the time of each connection. Confirmed communist KGB tech. But here's the thing. Apparently I've been having a problem for a long time, and I thought it was just me. But the more Panthera people I'm talking to, it's like, oh yeah, it's a Panthera thing. Yeah, when I'm trying to do a quick button transition between two buttons, let's say 2-1. If I do it too fast, it does a 1+2. It happens to me all the time. But I think I always attribute it to nerves of like, you know, just being too nervous and slapping them at the same time. But people are saying that there's something up with the PCB for the Panthera where it eats up your inputs that are very close and turns them into one. But yeah, I don't know. Like that was it? Did you guys all update the Panthera's firmware? I don't think I have. No, I don't think so. At least I don't think I have. That's just the Tekken 7 thing. Is it though? Because everyone was telling me, yeah, the Panthera has something that specifically on top of that. So maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, for some reason, like I don't know. Sometimes it just eats it up like that, and like I'm trying to do a quick 2-1 because it's a nice safe punish. It jails, and that's it. And I just do a dumb fucking armor move, and I get fucked for it. It's like, oh great. So it could be, couldn't be. That's why I don't want to blame it yet, but I was hearing conversations about that. I'm like, okay. Pretty sure the actuators in the Panthera are pretty big. I'm saying for the buttons, like 2-1, you know. Mine came with the original firmware and had to update, but I wouldn't be surprised. I also got the same problem with other sticks, just that it's just a Tekken thing. Right. Okay, yeah. What's that? What's the real question? Yeah. Did you hear that? Let's go, Yusuf. Fucking 1,000 times. Dude, did you watch I live streamed that fucking the top like 4, whatever that was. I live streamed it with my phone. You can check that on YouTube. You can check it on Twitch. Let's go, Yusuf. Yep, that was all the time. Dude, that was dumb. That's like it borderlines on dead meme territory so hard. But they just keep banging it until like it becomes funny again. It's like ridiculous, dude. It's been like that in the previous Tekken as well. I get that sometimes, but I just get it down to me. So yeah, that's what. Same thing. Same thing. It doesn't get old. Look at this guy, dude. Oh fuck, man. There was a good Let's Go Yusuf like a couple days ago. There was a good story for that one, but I don't know if it's for today or for another time. I don't have any issues on my PS4 controller. Well, maybe. But what was I saying? Where was I? So yeah, apparently a what do you call it? A stream sniper of mine turned up. I was like, oh yeah, I was stream sniping you, blah blah, and I think I looked up my data. I beat this guy on my stream sniper. The stream that I got warrior rank, that stream. So like, yeah, he said, oh yeah, I was like stream sniping you, blah blah, and there's like, oh, we want to do some friendlies. I was like, okay. So we did some friendlies. I beat him a few times. He beat me a few times. I think I beat him more times than I lost. I'm gonna say that. I beat him more times. And then in the match, I got eliminated into losers. And then my next match was with him. I was like, fuck me. And then I get put to P2. And the guy was basically playing Negan, right? And he was like his friend. It was his friend's account that was sniping me, right? And the friend is the one that knows how to play Tekken. But he's like basically, look, this is me talking shit, right? He can come and see me later and say, no, you're wrong. I'm just going to say, this is tinfoil hat moment. But I think what basically happened when he went that day is that his friend told him to pick Negan. And he's like, just do this and this combo and you get 80 damage every time. And you can bait him out and just finish the matches. So basically doing the armored launch, do this sequence, you get 78 damage. Just do that 3-4 times, you got the round. And he was basically doing that to me non-stop. And I just don't know like the Negan matchup at all, right? I don't play it. I don't know anything about him. So I was eating them up and I lost to a double Luigi by a fucking dumb mistake. Like it was, I knew I had it in my bones and I just fucked it up because I was so impatient of eating armored launches so many times. It was out of control, dude. Dude. Was that bid hitting Mike? Oh shit, is it? Is it? No, shouldn't be. Uneski, dude, just trying to save me, dude. Static. Oh, is it mid? He's rotating this, right? Yep, all good. I just want to make sure. All good. Oh, на пятом ме пагото шоколата и на секано на ефтимисис. That is the most fucked up Google Translate sentence I've read in my life. The what matchup? With Negan, dude. Shut the fuck up, dude, with your dumb emails, dude. Dumb bitch. Rotation. So yeah, I lost by you know, not by knockout. I lost by bullshit. But that was on me. Like at the end of the day, I should have learned how to deal. Be more patient and either block. I'm assuming that if I blocked it, that was launch punishable. But what would happen would be I would go in with a heavy move. He would 50% damage soak the move and take me for a launch every time. I'm talking about like double forward threes, running twos, almost everything. Like anything that's heavy hitting that would cause a knockdown into full combo, it's got transitioned into a launch for him and, you know, with 50% damage. So that I was doing all the wrong things. So that's all on me. So next time, you know, by next time I should, you know, have corrected the issue, right? Doesn't even Google Translate to English well either. Yeah. Word reference, there you go. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, so that was it. So that's how I got eliminated. It was pretty quick. But then I just sat and watched, and then I waited up. That was the first time I think I could actually hang out with the people, because it's the third time I've seen these people. They've kind of relaxed. And here's the thing. Asura's Abyss actually knew who I was. After between last York Street and now, he realized who I was, because he didn't know, because he knew making the sausage, but he didn't know Petra Rose. He didn't know me. So he's like, oh, those documents. Yeah, I use them. And this guy's sponsored, right? He's like in team, was it Arclight? Arclight, I think, right? So he says, yeah, I use them. I was like, holy shit, dude, I almost fainted. Dude. I was like, finally, fucking someone that says they use them, and I have to sit there and fucking explain to people why it's important and how it's not bullshit. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. How can you not know the man behind the scenes? Yeah, exactly, dude. The man, the myth, the legend, dude. So yeah, he said that he uses it, but he heavily modified it in a different way. Because when he beat me in the match, like he 0-3'd me, he asked, the first thing he says, like, GG's, and then he asked me, he says, guess what rank I am? And I'm like, I don't know, fucking blue ranks? I don't know. He's like, I got no rank. He says, I don't play online, ever. He says, like, I never ever play Tekken online. And I was like, what the fuck, you know, like, that blew my mind, because obviously I know people who stay away from playing online in general because it ruins their timing. But to say that you flat out don't play online, I was like, fuck, that's brutal. Like, but he said that the main reason is that he's got bad internet at home, so he can't make good connections. But, you know, he's not even pursuing to play it anywhere else. He's like, no, I'm just gonna keep it offline. So I was like, that's fucking nuts. So I'm like, the way yeah, a lot of people don't play online. Yeah, so over time I found out that a lot of the top guys don't play online in Sydney. Yeah. So what happened is that he said that he changed the documents to not have ranks because he doesn't play ranked matches. So what he did is that he took every rank category, like all the ones he needed at least, and renamed them. He said, like, I forgot how many tiers, like 7 or 8 tiers of like expert, very good, good, you know, medium, good, medium, low, and beginner or something. He would basically rip it into all those categories and keep track. What? Decade. What? I don't know what the fuck's going on, dude. Στην τελική ανάλυση, τελικώς, explain to me the difference. What the fuck are you talking about? Again, bad Google Translate. So, say it as it is. Danny Brucey. What? Documented evidence. Nani? What? What the fuck is going on, dude? Some dumb shit going on. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so, what? Google Translate the Tekken. Oh, I don't know, dude. That does not work like that. Is that phonetic translation or something? So, yeah, so I ended up, he said that, like, he saw me and he knows my documents and stuff and he's been using them. I'm like, fuck, that's sick. And yeah, he changed the way it works. So he basically did the, what do you call it? What's that? What the fuck? So, he just uses the categories, but he has to use personal judgment. But yeah, the fact that he uses it, that's, for me, that's good. So, yeah, and then apparently, Yusuf knew who I was. But he knew making the sausage, but he didn't know that it was me. And I found that out during the stream. I streamed the sacred documents. There you go. So I was streaming the top. It wasn't top 8. It's like top 4 or something, right? The K. I don't fucking know what this shit is, dude. It's the worst meme ever. So that's how you summon a Greek Harada, dude. And what happened was, I was streaming, and then I got. And if you watch the stream, right? I'm talking about something, and then you'll hear the phone itself vibrating. You hear that voop 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 voop, like the whole thing. And then I basically pull down, and I'm like, I got a notification. Oh, Yusuf followed you. He followed me back, right, on Twitter. And then it's like, you know, I basically said, oh, I didn't know you were the sausage guy. I was like, I've been here for 2 weeks. I've been having this stick that's like a fucking billboard saying making the sausage on it. And he didn't know that I was making the sausage. And I basically ran to the other side of the room, grabbed the stick and pointed it at him while it was on camera. I'm like, what is this? Just tell me what this is. And he's like, I just didn't know, man. I'm just sorry. I basically like cornered him like a fucking wounded animal on stream and told him to like apologize. And he was like funny about it. But yeah, it's all on video. But if you translate execs, it says the documented evidence. What? Get the fuck out of here. It says it's documented evidence. Is that what it says? Fuck, in Greek that's noise. That doesn't mean anything in any fucking context. Of course you know, Yusuf. Greek Harada, panda, really? Yeah, there you go, dude. So yeah, that was freaking crazy. Top 8s again. Rest was there? Yeah, he was there, right? Yeah, of course, he won the damn thing. So he won that. And then I think it was Nikita in chat said do an interview. So I just go up to Rest and I basically gave him an interview with my phone. and that was pretty funny. And he was like actually like into talking. Like he was like he gave me an interview like straight up, and then he was like doing shout outs, saying come find me tomorrow at BKB because he and his friend Wildflower I think was there, and a Japanese player that came over as well, Mina. He's like an Eddie main, Eddie and then Chloe. He came there as well the next day, and they were doing matches. So imagine that in some legal case. I need to present the take it. Also considering making my stick look like a center console. Having the stick to be a manual shifter. Oh boy, that's I don't even know how you do that. That would be weird. But yeah, I'm down to see it. It works. There's people using Guitar Hero controllers. Eddie players and Chloe players are the same kind of degenerate. Well, yeah, I guess so. Wildflower, ooh woo, I'm jealous. So yeah, that was cool. Like he was like completely hyped about it, like telling him about BKB and all that stuff. And yeah, then Yusuf and I did a shout out to BKB and all that stuff. That was pretty funny. And that was it. That was good. And then the next day I went to BKB, lo and behold, and that was good as well. Yeah, I went there, and basically it was Rest was sitting there and running train for like over 6 to 7 hours non-stop, just fucking everyone left, front and center. It was a bloodbath, man, and it was crazy. Like Dion Gray was there that day. He finally came. He's back from New Zealand. He basically flew to New Zealand, went to a Tekken tournament, collected a check, and came back. Yeah, so no one beat him. Well, eventually Dion beat him off stream afterwards, but when it was Dion's turn, because basically what happened was Rest did first to 5 with 7 people on stream. Everybody that went there, nothing. And then the last one was Dion, and he got 0-5'd straight up. I wasn't there, but there was a whole bunch of people that were there, so I don't know the details. But I was told, the next day that hey, as soon as after the stream was over, they played and he won like two times. He got him, like he won, like 2 sets. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we're sure we're talking about Tekken. This sounds more like a underground orgy. Yikes, dude. Yeah, so he did actually manage to beat him, but on stream that was fucking nuts, man. And yeah, it was really intense. And yeah, he was playing with what's the other guy? I forget his name every time. The Hwarang, the Sydney Hwarang. What's his name? Liquid something. I forgot his name, dude. Let's go Yusuf. Yeah, there was a lot of Let's Go Yusuf that day. A lot of them, man. A lot of them. Lord Silver, that's right. So yeah, he got like 12 in a row losses or something like that. Like they were playing in another room practicing. I was watching them play for like over half an hour. Just watching the way that they play, and it's like, fuck, man. He was going back to back, like 13 consecutive wins. It's fucking ridiculous, man. And then Lord Silver's like, I quit. And then like Box came and played with him, and then Box beat him like 2-3 times in a row. And it's like fucking, I don't know what's up. And I asked Lord Silver, like, from what you saw with Rest, like, what would you want to take from him? Like, what is he doing that you want to do as well? And he said that what he wanted was to be able to optimize his combos like he does. He says basically, Rest does every combo he does is optimized every time, and he executes the whole thing perfectly. If that makes sense, he just does it the way it should be every time. And he's like, yeah, my combos, I go like I said, you go for just safer but more, safer but secure. Yeah. So that's what he said that he had. That's the comboing. So when you get to, it's so much damage, it's like you can't catch up, that kind of shit. And yeah, and also the setups, the way that he splats you is gonna make you really stressed out, on your wake up choices. So it's fucking crazy. But yeah, so yeah, that was pretty much it. I stayed there for a lot of time, and there was a whole bunch of people. Like, everyone was fucking beefy there. It was a really high level day, just in general. So that streams, of course, are there as well. Yeah, dude, lots of planes, man. Fucking, that's how you do it. No. Dude, I remember in Greece where there was like 1 plane a day, 1:30 in the afternoon. Yeah. Oh no, there was 2. There was one at 7:30 in the morning and one at 1:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, that's now it's like different story. You know, you full know the times, dude. I wasn't on. There was the only fucking plane. It was like over your head. Everyone used to look at it, dude. There was like nothing else. Like it was an event. It's like, oh, it's time for the plane. Oh wow. It's like because it goes low, and so there's propeller planes, not those jet turbine ones, like those little propeller ones. How's anything, dude? How's it going? Yeah. So like when the airport was finished on the island, like that airport was under construction for almost I think for like 20 to 25 years. It was like an on and off project for like almost a generation, and then it was finally ready. And we've got the one plane, and like especially for the first year or something, like everyone would stop to look at the plane come. Like it was a thing. But then we eventually got used to it. But in the beginning, it was like, whoa, real as anything. What do you mean? Yeah, that was I don't know how I got to the plane. I don't remember, but yeah, that BKB was sick, good stuff, and yeah, I'm looking forward to going to next week as well. That's the real one. I think so. I'm pretty sure that's the real one. I don't know. Is there another as anything? There's only one as anything. Indeed, it is the Lamau. Let me see what the fuck's going on. There we go, dude. There we go. So that was good. So this week I know. Okay, I got some tabs up here to keep track of what I need to do. So taking tournaments. Yeah. So this is the. Okay, let me just. Oh yeah, dude. I didn't even have the podcast screen on. Fuck, man. I had this study room on the whole time. My bad. So that's a Tekken event. It's every week. This is just the one that passed by. That's fine. And of course, you can go to YouTube, to the YouTube channel, and it's the Tekken 7 finals at PZE Bar Bankstown. So yeah, it's got the whole things there. We got the interview. Oh, well, that's the shout out with Yusuf. Let me pull back a bit. Where the fuck is it, bruh? Where's that interview, son? I don't even know. Oh, there it is, dude. There's an interview with Rest as well. You can watch all that shit later, dude. Just don't worry about it. It's after. There you go, dude. Oh, this guy's watched the stream, dude. He knows when it is. He knows when it is. So yeah, that was good. But using the phone was very bootlegged. Very bootlegged. So there we go. Let's go back to the original shot. There you go. There's a chat there and everything. Absolutely, dude. Big fan. There you go. There you go. So I think next time I'll bring a monopod and just prop it behind them and do that. And what was funny was, well, not funny, but I had a concern that like I'm literally sitting right behind these motherfuckers and I'm screaming commentary, dumb shit. I feel like I'm disrupting them. That was one thing that I was like criticizing myself. I was trying to say enough to be commentary, but not too much to be annoying. And I had a fear that I didn't want to talk too many things about the strategy of what they're doing. Like I'm saying, let's say, oh, he's trying to condition him low, or the conditioning failed, or who's gonna duck. Because I don't want to inject ideas into their heads while they're playing. You know what I'm saying? If you mention something about ducking and then you're disrupting them. Yeah. So it's a mixed bag because it is a live event. It is a tournament. So there is expectations of pressure and people saying shit. There was just people making fun of them while they were playing, just straight up making fun of them. So me just doing commentary is, I think, more understandable the purpose of what I'm saying, for what reason. There's cash on the line as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, go to any major event, the commentators and all that shit is, the commentators are next to the players, just a few meters away, and they're just screaming whatever. So it's not completely off the table, but in an optimal world, I would, want to be casting, off a capture over there, so I can be on, so over there and not behind them. But but in my opinion, there's nothing worse than just having a mute behind the camera doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I think that's worse than having a little bit of commentary at least, because then if I had my own setup away from him, dude, we'll be doing Evo style pop off screaming. That's fine. But I wouldn't do it like that, right behind him. Usually, I'll be doing more screaming like after the rounds are done, or through character select, or starting rounds or ending rounds. That's better. So yeah, that was alright, but it was a fun experience. And the guys that run PZE were like, yeah, do whatever you want, So Like if you want to stream, just do whatever you want. So that was good. So here's another thing. Okay. This is the final topic before we go into the next bit, right? Apparently, there's an event in Wollongong, or south of Wollongong, Shore Harbour. For those who aren't from Sydney, Wollongong is the city south of Sydney. Maybe like, what is it, like 100 kilometers away, which is like what, 60 miles south of Sydney? Is it bogan as fuck? Oh, fucking Sydney's bogan as fuck, man. Fucking, what's so special about Wollongong, about the gong? So, they're doing a tournament there, right? Wollongong is the city south of Sydney. Newcastle is the city above. Both those places have scenes way more stronger than Sydney. So for example, there's an event called, okay, I'm just gonna swap the screen. Fucking how we do this? Study room. It's called Expand Gong. That's the event, right? It's a major or whatever you want to call it. Expand Gong 4 is next month on the first weekend of April, as far as I can tell. That event is fucking, yeah, the Expand Gong in Wollongong, right? So they have a whole bunch of games. So they got Ultimate, Project, PM, Dragon Ball, Eunice, Tekken, Street Fighter, blah blah blah. Expand Gong, absolutely. They got a whole bunch of games, right? And the thing is that they have a where is this thing? Tekken, I think Tekken, Street Fighter, Ultimate, and Dragon Ball Fighter Z each have $2,000 for the winner, each. And it's just like, that's fucking nuts. And there's a lot of people going there, like from the Sydney scene especially. They're gonna go down there and like spend the weekend there pretty much. They're gonna like get a hotel. Where are they getting the 2K from? Fucking good question, man. It's fucking nuts. I think that from what I gathered, it's sponsorships plus backing from universities in the area, plus maybe admissions and like other tournaments collecting over time. It's something weird. It's basically a lot of things at the same time. Isn't FGC poverty? Yeah, I know exactly. They're doing a way better job than what Sydney's doing. Is Eunice being run under the urinal as usual? Yikes, dude. Let me know if you want to play some Tekken and have some games. Well, in this setup, dude, there's no way, dude. I've ripped off monitors. I can't play Tekken right now. It's just impossible. Typical Eunice and melty casuals, dude. Yeah, so so $2,000 for Tekken is pretty fucking sick. And the thing is that if I was to, that's in a month from now. And I feel like I want to go just for the experience, right? Obviously, I'm going to get flushed in 20 minutes and then the rest of the day is mine. But it would be cool to go to a 2-day event in another city just for a bit. It's like, it's a kind of a bit of an escape plus a Tekken thing. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool idea. And with this, it would be funny. Like I was thinking, to drive there will take me around like an hour and a half to get there. And I could like probably do like a road trip stream like for an hour something, or an hour 20 or something, right? That would be funny. I just like use the suction thing on the car, like have the GPS and have the thing streaming at the same time with everyone in the car. That would be pretty funny if I went and did that. Always some random isolated spot in the venue. Some dude got an old 2007 multimedia grade laptop playing Melty Gear in the glory hole with 3 other guys. Fuck, man. That's some fucking voodoo, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. Shit. But yeah, if you guys are down for a driving IRL stream, I'm fucking down. It doesn't like cost me that much data to do that. So yeah, what do we got here? So that's pretty much it. Expand Gong. Very keen to try that. I don't even know what the cost is. What the fuck's the cost? Let's find out. Register now. It's the strongest part of the FGC, to be honest. Evergreen, bruh. What are you doing, mate? I was just talking about local stuff, man. What are you doing, man? They're always willing to play wherever, whatever. We're talking about Me going to local stuff in Sydney, because I know you're in Sydney, right? I'm pretty sure, because you had a really good connection with me. You're always willing to play whenever, wherever, yeah. So let's say general viewer, no. I am a early bird weekend pass. Oh, I missed the early bird. Whoops. So it's $50. Continue. And then you pick a game for $10, right? Taken. 10. So it's $60. Okay, for 2 days? Fuck it, man. That sounds pretty good. Yeah. So I was saying that I've been going to Battle Cat Bunker here in Maryland, just south of Parramatta, and doing like a lot of offline play for the first time in my life, right? And it helps so much in like being better in the game and learning how to be like playing the game is so different. And there was tons of people, Koreans, who like Tekken God Prime Season 1, you know, guy came in, he brought his friend as well. A guy from Japan was there. Last week we had a guy from Melbourne that was a legend that came in as well. And it's awesome, dude. And it costs like, to go there, it's like $2.50 an hour. And I think at $10 it caps. Like if you go for 4 hours, the rest of the day is free, sort of. I think. I do highly recommend you go, dude. Like it's like on Fridays, Friday 6, I think 7 o'clock until close. Taken. Like I fucking guarantee. Like I really dig that. And there's like other people that go there as well. There's like people like, you know, young kids that go there. There's like people like in their like I think in their 40s or something. There's this guy that's like from you know, a competitive guy from Tag 1 days. Like he's a fucking beast. He plays Marduk. I forgot his name, but he's a fucking legend. He's a Korean guy, and he's like top level, man. Weird pricing strategy. How do they regulate the times? Oh, when you go in, you just say, "Hey, it's me." They write down your time, your name, and when you finish, you say, "Okay, I'm leaving." And they just say your name, they see what time, and then say, okay, 7 or 7:50, and then you just pay with AirPods. Boom, and that's it. It's awesome, man. And there's like, yeah, so like heaps of people go, and it's like, I would say an extremely good bang for buck. You can like, if you want, you spend $10 and you have taken all day with people, real people, high level people, like people who don't play online, they play offline only, and you find them there. Like, I got destroyed by some people there. It's really good. And, dude, go there, man. That's the Facebook page. It's got, what has it got? Like, let me see. I think it's got like 299 likes. It needs one more to be 300. Shit, let me drop that in chat. Where's that keyboard of mine? Control C. Control V. There you go, dude. So that's the place. And there's also a tournament every week. What was the tournament? It is at PZE Bar in Bankstown. It's free parking, free entry for the tournament, and the winner gets $250. So like no brainer. It's best of 5s from the get go, and you know it's nice, it's clean, it's fucking great. Like if you want to go there, like you know, I think it starts at 7:30. The registrations start. I think 7 o'clock registrations. We start playing 7:30. And dude, oh, Brudimacht. Someone liked that shit. There you go, dude. So again, for Evergreen, fucking turn up, man. I want to see you IRL, man. I want to see you rip someone, dude. Because you're fucking good. And your background is probably better suited for offline, you know? So what do we got here? Tekken, yeah, so that's it. So PZE Bar, Bankstown. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. $250 cash. It's on PC. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, over 18s only. As long as you're over 18, which I think you are, you're good. And yeah, so I even filmed the top 8s then. That happened last time. They're on the YouTube channel. And yeah, it was pretty good. It was clutch. And the Korean guy won. So yeah. What time? It's 7 o'clock. Registration starts at 7. And that was May the 3rd, which was, what day was it again? I've lost track. Sorry. Oh no, that's a different event. This is like, different date. Okay, give me a second. PZE Bar, let's do it again. It's 7 o'clock, I don't know that much. Okay. Give me a second. Events, here we go. Events. FIFA, Counter-Strike, not now. There we go, so this is the next one. This is March the 14th. That's next week. Where's my mouse? Sorry. Thursday. So Thursday, this is how I did it. Thursday I went to PZE. Friday I went to Battle Cat Bunker, and then once a month, yeah, Thursday. Yeah, so you working that day, I can imagine. But 7 o'clock, work straight after work, go, just drop by real quick. So yeah, there we go. So what do we got here? So that's it, man. I'm definitely gonna go to that. And what do we got here? And then Battle Cat is, well, Battle Cat does Wednesdays and Fridays. I just go to the Fridays because that's the most packed day. There was like, you'll find like 30 people or something, or 20 something people for Tekken alone. So it's crazy, and everyone's good. Everyone's good. I'm the only problem there. And there's a lot of new people coming like every week. It's great. I highly recommend it. Let me refresh that page real quick. Did we get 300? Nah. Someone needs to like that shit. Come on. I'm close to Bankstown too. Oh man. Dude. You should like, oh man, even if you're late, like you can turn up and just do friendlies and just kick someone's ass. And then there's also Expand Gong in Wollongong. That's gonna happen the first weekend of April. So next month. $2,000 for the winner. $2,000 for Tekken. Yeah, but it is a weekend, so it's kind of hard if you can't do it. But I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna commit. I think I'm gonna go there for the meme. I'm gonna go there to do a road trip stream, to hang out with some high level people, do some friendlies, like make some connections, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. But but the day's bad timing. Yeah, there you go. Fuck. But how about Friday? Friday nights should be alright, because it's basically from like 6 to 7 all the way until closing, which is like past midnight usually. Like it's midnight, but for example, yesterday, the other day, when Rest was there, they closed 5 a.m. Like they just were playing Tekken for like 8 hours or something. It was fucking extreme. Expand Gong, yeah, exactly. It's in Wollongong, so what do you expect? So yeah, that's what's going on right now. So I'm pretty hype. I'm actually enjoying going out and playing with people. It just, I get destroyed, but I get so much more out of it than just getting cheesed out by dumb shit. Just go, man. Don't even, yeah, I'm just more about like cost of travel, the tickets, and then I might have to get an Airbnb and stay, because driving back and forth like that, it's like 6 hours driving on. It's not worth it. Like just to do the back and forth. Are they saying their city is dead? What? Which? If there's anything near me, I'd go anytime. Yeah. It's in the city. Like it's probably a 2-hour drive, an hour and a half if it's good traffic. So yeah. So if I'll probably get an Airbnb. They need to expand it. Yeah. Nah, dude, that's Expand Dong, a Donkey Kong reference, dude. That's a Donkey Kong reference. So yeah, it's feature length. There you go, dude. Let me refresh that shit one more time. Come on. Don't be scrubs. God damn it, dude. No one's liking that shit. One person, man. I'll drop that in chat again. I played that. There you go. So, that's pretty much it when it comes to the, where am I going? Solo. There we go. So, yeah, that's it for my first local stories. We went an hour and a half. I'm surprised that I hit that much. I thought I'd run out of things to talk about in 20 minutes. I was literally scared that would happen. But again, I'm a fucking professional Twitch actor, motor mouth extraordinaire. So I don't know why I was doubting myself. But yeah, nonetheless, you know, I try to be humble, you know? I try to be humble. So let's see. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to do is give people, it hit 300. I want a confirmation. I want visual confirmation. Give me a second. I want a visual confirmation. Refresh that shit. 300, ladies and gentlemen. We hit 300. So I'm gonna tell the owner, fucking give me some free merch, bitch. I'm plugging your shit for free. That's what I'm gonna tell him. Tell him to give me a hoodie. Give me a free hoodie. That's what I'm gonna say. The match. Hey, you behind you. Yeah, that was me yesterday afternoon. I was versing a Panda main, and it was no good. It was no good. It was really bad. He fucked me up. Not that I'll be able to go there anytime. That's alright, dude. You're supporting the cause. That's good, man. I appreciate it, dude. I'm just gonna tell him, dude, I got influence, man. I'm a digital influencer. I can bring you likes. I can bring you stuff. Let me commentate your shit. Professional essay writer. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Professional essay writer. Especially for uni students. No, I'm not be able to go there. The match behind you. There you go. Okay, we're caught up. So, international influence. Exactly, dude. Mr. Worldwide, dude. So, here's the thing I was going to say. Okay, the concept of this podcast, right, is once a week. I'm trying to do once a week. I think actually Sunday, 9 a.m. Australia is the best for me right now. 9 a.m. Australia, Sunday is the winner. Because I was going to do Saturday, but I think that's going to clash with a lot of US people, because it will be Friday afternoon, so they might not be done with work. But Saturday afternoon is better. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Your IQ is at least 150. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. What can I say? Who cares, man? What was I going to say? So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna have a topic about, like, some idea, and also 60, dude. Yeah, you got 60 IQ imperial, not metric. I got like 150 metric, which is probably like 30 imperial. So what I was gonna say is that with the podcast, I want it to be with God, my brain's not working now. With the subs, I wanted to involve subs, because I feel like being a non-partnered Twitch actor, you don't get those 25 emote packs. So I feel like you guys aren't getting a bang for your buck. Like, you got 2 emotes now. You got Papi Hachi and Cursed Image, which is great. You've doubled your emote input. Yeah, you're a sub. Yeah, I know. I'm saying that involves subs. And what I'm doing is that there's, in the Discord that I've got, there is a sub chat that's hidden for subs only, and in there I discuss topics. If anyone has any like ideas that they want to add and do all that stuff. Yeah, you didn't know because you weren't a sub until today. That's why. So this has been going on behind the scenes. I've been asking feedback and whatnot. So what I do is that I'm going to do a podcast, have a topic, I'm going to talk about it. Then if there's anything in the news, anything interesting that I want to talk about, I'll do that as well. And then after that, we'll take in calls, video calls through Discord with the viewers that, with subs, just to like bump up, their, if you want to do some cool shit, that's an extra layer of cool shit you can do. So I didn't even, peasants did. My hand input my card info, what? Autonomously, dude. Well, I don't have video. You don't have video? Son of a bitch. That's right, we can do audio, but video, I'm gonna say, if 2 people are fighting to get on first, and one of them has the camera, I'm gonna pick the camera. I'm not gonna be lying. Cameras win, then audio, then like written, obviously. That's the 3-tier system. That, and I want to remain anonymous. Bitch, wait. Didn't you send a stream where you were playing at a freaking event? Like, you were like smack in the middle, dude. You're freaking... Jesus Christ. I don't have a camera. It's 2019. Yeah, dude. In sub chat. But yeah, so here's the thing. Has anyone... Okay, okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my Discord. I'm going to open that shit right now. Because I learned how to update the thing. So I'm going to go to sub chat. I'm going to press this little arrow. Oh boy, I already forgot. Shit. Server settings? Oh, I think I got it. Refresh. I'm gonna refresh it. Oh, I think we got it. Okay. I'm updating the Discord because I don't know, is everybody in the Discord? I don't really get what you mean by camera for cool shit. What do you mean? What? No, I'm saying that I want to do like, there'll be me here, and then the other guy calling next to me. It'll be 2 cameras like that, which looks nice, looks cool. Now, if it's like me by myself and then like nothing next to me, that's a bit weird. What Discord? Oh boy, the MTS Discord, mate. Give me a second. I'm going to put exclamation point links. I'm going to give you all the Oh shit, my fucking robot Pepino shit isn't on. Fuck! Give me I forget, man. I forget. Give me a second. I'm gonna turn on the Pepino de Robo. I have to do that before every stream. I always forget sometimes, man. If I plug a cam in my putting my stick on the camera, give me a second, dude. Pepino, it's coming, dude. It's booting up. Normally I have a robot that sends out links every half an hour for people who are jumping in. Completely forgot. My bad. So let me just turn that on. Okay, the app's on. I'm opening the settings. I'm connecting. I'm waiting for the connection to happen. Okay, I think it's connected. Cool. So I'm gonna write links, exclamation point, links, and it should work now. Boom. YouTube channel, Twitter, and the Discord. Those are the three things. So YouTube, I'll put like highlights. Like if anybody does clips of the streams and I pick the best ones, I put them into compilations. I credit the title of the clip, who clipped it, and what episode it was, you know. And I always credit that, and I keep compilations. I also do any tutorials when I change the stick, change the artwork, all that stuff's done as well. All that kind of stuff. And also the tournament that I filmed, the top fours, that's on there as well. What am I doing? Is that like Skype? Yes, Discord it's like a new modern version of Skype. Yeah, it's basically you create. This is me, for me. This is new. I made it because people in chat wanted it, so I'm learning about it as well. The way I describe it is that people make a Discord group. Let's say, imagine I make a Making the Sausage Discord, right? So everybody who joins that are from Making the Sausage. There's different ones. Like Pekken Zaibatsu has one. Oz Hadu has one. Everybody has one, right? So within that, all the members of that group are a part of it. And there's different rooms inside that have different topics. Like for example, my one has a general one. We can talk about whatever you like. There's one about just pictures, like memes or something. There's one about secret Discord tech. If there's any like moves or combos or strategies or frame data knowledge that someone wants to share, you put it in there. There's announcements. There's a sub chat that's for subscribers only, where we just talk privately. There's all sorts of stuff, and every Discord has their own versions. They can make it up. You can do whatever you want with it, and that's it. So usually I will announce on the Discord. I put an alert for everyone when I'm live, because sometimes Twitch doesn't tell you if someone goes live, because you follow a lot of people. It doesn't notify you for everyone. But if you're on the Discord, I just send, "Hey guys, I'm live," and everyone gets notified, from the beginning. So sound quality on Discord is ass. Really? Okay, well, I don't know. I'm using this. I'm just going to hear you from the speakers over there. So hopefully it doesn't bleed into my mic. Otherwise I have to put you guys down. But we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's like Skype, but I think Discord's better. Yeah, for gaming communities, that's right. So it's pretty straightforward. It's a decent app. And you can use it on your phone as well as on your computer. So is there anyone in the sub group, in the sausage jar, right, that has any like first time, or who's been to locals in chat right now? That's a sub, because that's today's topic. But next week we'll talk about something different. Jules, there you go, dude, dropping the thumbs up. Ralphs, there you go, dude. Ralphs. Okay, let's do it. Okay, this is the first test. I have to see if it works. I don't even know how it works. We're gonna figure it out. Where did you learn about sound dynamics with speakers and microphones? Experience, self-taught mostly. Like I teach myself. Like I do this shit professionally, but like any class that I ever did or any of that stuff, like I probably learned it before I went to class. And because sometimes the best way to learn is when you have the problem right in front of you and you have to solve it. That's the fastest way to learn anything, right? So yeah, like don't think that you have to. Like YouTube is your friend. Like YouTube is unreal. Tons of YouTube tutorials. If there's something that you don't know, just write that question in YouTube and someone would answer it somewhere. Like, how do I get this to sound like that or something? And you'll find someone that will say, oh, you just do this. I was like, okay, that's it. You do that like 100 times and now you know something. Like you've become good at something. It's like, that's the best way to learn. You fuck around, you fix things. Yeah, trial and error, right? But, yeah. So let's try this out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open Discord. I'm going to find Ralphs. Where the fuck's Ralphs? You're not even plugged into Discord. What the fuck, bro? How is this going to work? You fuck around, you fix things. There you go. So, from the looks of it, Ralphs is dead. I am. Well, it says that you're offline. I'm invisible. Get in there. Yeah, I can't actually. Oh. The beginning of your direct message history with Ralphs. Okay. In the sub chat channel. Yeah. I opened it up. Okay. Well, look, I'm gonna do. Now, I'm gonna press this button and see what happens. This is my first time trying this, so bear with me, right? Showing how to install Tekken 7 potato mods. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, hello.
There we go. Now can everyone else hear you? Let's just pop this in. Well,
Can
there we
you
go.
hear me?
There we go. I can hear you. I can hear you clear, dude.
I know you can hear me, but can they hear me?
Yes. Can everybody hear him? I'm pretty sure they can. Yes, perfect, dude. Because it's internal audio. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is how it's supposed to be, right? This is the sausage link, right? So you got one person next to me and the other one on the other side. That's how it's supposed to look. But now we've got a cat with like fluorescent eyes right now.
Yeah, that's my cat.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, dude, how's it going? It's actually the first time I'm hearing you, so that's pretty sick. Because the last time you sent me a tournament, you were muted.
It
Like, there
wasn't
was
a
no
tournament,
audio.
it was just casual gathering.
Oh, it was a casual, right? There was too many matches. I'm like, that's a really long set. I was like, what the fuck is this, dude?
I got to play a lot because it was my first time with that group.
Oh, was that your first time ever, or was that your first time?
No, it was the first time with that group of people.
Right, okay.
And essentially, we played a lot. It turns out I'm not as shit as I think I am, but I'm also really bad with matchup knowledge, which I'm not surprised.
Yes, that happens. Like I noticed that immediately. I was like, my only weakness right now is the fact that I know absolutely nothing. Like it's a really big setback because I find that I'll verse the same characters I always used to verse historically, you know, for the past 6 months, but they're not doing the same bullshit that they always do. Like it's like online, whatever character does the same 5 moves, but in real life they have like 30. It's like, you know, it's not
that they have 30. It's that because they realize you're not backdashing or you're not spacing yourself right. They then realize, oh, I have 20 I can deal to you instead of these 5 moves I ever have to use generally. I'm more of an offline player than an online player, so I try to avoid playing online as much as possible. This is a habit.
But do you find that it actually fucks you up? Like it's a bad thing what you did? Like if you play too much online, it becomes like a handicap?
It becomes a crutch because one thing is I play Jin. Jin has a lot of, when you optimize them, you have to do a lot of timing based shit.
Oh yeah. Like the front back stuff, right? The little flickery stuff and micro dashes.
The front back stuff's easy. You can buffer that. It doesn't require too much time. The stuff that's fucky is micro dashing your stuff in the middle of combos. Adjusting your timings on back to 1, and your run up timings on certain Oki setups. It gets really fucky.
Right.
So online, I just don't go for them. So, but offline, I can go for them pretty much every time. It's not a problem.
But like you're not
practicing
it because you're just not doing it online. So you're wasting your time pretty much. That's how I think at least how you can see it.
Yeah. Wow. And it comes from I was used to just playing with people every week in Kuwait or whatever. I'm playing with friends really. You know, nobody particularly good, but people just improve by playing each other and to figure things out.
Yeah. So when you first went to your first local, like, did you go to a local tournament first, or did you go to an offline meeting, casual?
In Kuwait, I've been to offline meetings. My first tournament was sometime last year. Here. In Brighton. I played
south of England.
Dragon Ball Fighters and you know, that was also the first ever time I played Dragon Ball Fighters. Actually, I played it on the day when they came.
Fuck that! Oh boy.
I played Marvel before at some point, so I'll just cheese.
There you go.
I barely lost to the guy who won the whole tournament, so hilarious.
It goes to show a bit of a weakness of the game, right? The Dragon Ball game. It's just about rushdown, right?
Nobody knew how to play the game at that point, and I vaguely knew how to play Marvel. So
there you go. Just bring the assists in, just fucking choke them out. Yeah, okay.
just see what happens. No, I don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna happen. But as long as I'm pressing buttons, you're dead.
Yeah. And it's basically the scaling up was it low, middle, heavy, or something light, middle, heavy. And
I think I played Yamcha and I played Android 16. And I remembered for some reason, because somebody told me this, that Android 16 has his jumping light punch just has tons of active frames. Right. So I just jump up and throw a light punch and just wait for some guy to run into me.
Right, and
not confirm it or anything, but it would just stop them from doing anything.
Fuck. Okay, well, there you go. And
then Yamcha has all these teleport things he does. So yeah.
Yeah. So when you
I haven't played Dragon Ball Fighter since.
Oh wow, okay, well there goes that. So when you went to your first offline thing for Tekken, how many how deep into Tekken were you before you even went out? Like you've been playing for like 6 months or how long?
Probably 6 months, yeah, sounds about right.
Wow, yeah, well same with me. But like there's people that I was talking to, over the past few days and they're like saying, like I was 2 weeks into the game, or I was a month into the game.
More like a year, I guess. Really.
Oh right, so you was on and off, and then like the last 6 months.
These weren't like official gatherings or anything. It was just like me going to a friend's place and playing.
So when did you go to an official thing then?
So official Tekken thing? That was this week or this week essentially.
Like so the one that you sent me.
Yeah.
But there was no tournament.
No, there's no tournament. There's a tournament next week, which I might be attending.
Okay, so what's the deal with that? Is it is there any money? Is it? Do you have to pay
no. It's just a typical bi-weekly Brighton tournament. It's the same one I went to for Dragon Ball Fighters. They change the games up every 2 weeks.
So how's the scene in Brighton though? That's a pretty recent place.
Pretty varied. Lots of anime. Surprisingly strong under night and birth scene.
Really,
they don't play under the urinals here. Sadly.
So Ali, it's like I should try go to my local. Yes, you should. 100% suggest it. It was like for me the if I had to like put things in a short story, it would be the initial shock is pretty strong. There's a strong shock. You're not gonna not have it. You're gonna have it. It's gonna give you, the way I describe it is that it's a kick in the head that like it gets rid of all your Dunning-Kruger effect. Any effect, thoughts of where you are good or not is gone. And now you know where you are. And now the only thing that you can do is become better. Now you can become better. That's how I feel at least. Like I got kicked around. I realized where I'm at, what I need to fix immediately. Like as I said, first match with the Hwoarang. First thing I said, P2, symmetrical play. I have to do that right away. Like optimize my backdash, optimize my combos on P2. Then I play a match with the Feng guy. Feng is a counter pick. Learn the counter pick. Don't walk into obvious like whiff patterns, right? Don't try and initiate all the time. Let them do something. Because he was basically waiting and punishing. And then, the match with what was it? Even the guys that I played later, Negan. Don't eat the armored launch. Learn how to deal with it. Everything is a lesson. Everything I learned was a lesson, and everything I learned, everything I lost was a lesson. So, if you want to start being a better player immediately, that's what you're gonna do. Just start doing that, and it's gonna be fun because if you're going to a local scene, you're gonna be seeing the same people again and again. Then you're gonna have friends, like the actual friends now, like people that, hey, how's it going, blah blah blah. And the more often you go, I think the better it's going to get.
Even if you hate people, just the feeling of backdashing something.
Yes, backdash and launching it.
A jab for them just deciding to jab for no reason is worth the feeling of going to a local.
Yeah. So I was going to go in January, but the TO never messaged me back when I tried to ask them some questions on it. That's weird. That's like a bad TO. I used to go to locals when I was like 11 to 13, but that was way before esports and all that. Yeah. But yeah, like why not do it again? That would be awesome. Like that would make your play better. And also what I really enjoy is that I can find people in person that I can talk about what's in, because Tekken has been in my head for the past 6 months so much that it's all I want to talk about right now. I just want to get things off my system, right? And finding people in person to talk about, vent or ask things that you want to know, or you get some like ideas from other people. It's such a good resource. Like that's like my favorite thing about it. I just want money again. What?
Do you want to talk about the dynamic differences of playing online and playing locals or playing offline?
The online and offline is a completely different game.
Anecdotally, when I was at the local this week, I told them I mostly just didn't play online, right? The majority of them there played online had ranks much higher than me, essentially.
Right. So what were you sitting at?
Destroyer, I think.
That's orange, right?
Don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, orange rank. I got there in season 2 when I just decided to play for like 2 hours or something. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't hard to get there, but the point was because I'm more mentally inclined or more mentally prepared to play offline, and I'm more mentally prepared to react to things, and I'm reacting to things and I'm not playing. I know I sort of subconsciously understand what a mix-up is and what isn't a mix-up.
Right. The pattern recognition.
And what you can react to, what you can't react to, and things you can react to online, things you can't react to online, but you can react to offline. An example I put was being able to react to the shimmy of a jab, for example.
Right.
You don't react to the jab coming out, but you react to the guy's body initially shifting.
Yeah.
And you can duck a jab that way if you have to. And that way you're not telegraphing that you're ducking, you know?
Yeah. Oh, one thing when we talk about like online, offline, the grab game is a completely different story. Grabs, first of all, like grabs can be broken now. Like they can be broken like with the biggest amount of delay possible. Like you can actually just watch the hand and break it, or see what's coming in, like Shining Wizard, stuff like that, like very obvious 1+2s and stuff like that. You can just pop it in and it actually connects. Unlike online where it's almost sometimes never works, you know? That was big change, because online I use my grabs as a good way to get nice, healthy, safe damage, and now it's all of a sudden this gets broken. Even my mix-ups get of grabs, like I'll do the same initiation and change grabs, and they'll get broken anyways, because you can see them. And you know, and also double tapping forward 1+2, which is the command grab for Dragunov, is very popular. They just know it's coming because they hit a double tap forward, that on the stick, and that's it. It gives away which one it is. So it's like, you know, then I'm thinking about, should I learn to play with a more delicate hand? Like, is that another thing I have to work with, you know?
Not really. So the problem with playing on stick is if they don't hear you smacking the collar or the collar on the Korean stick or they'll hear the switch anyway because the switch is really loud.
Well,
what you can do to deal with that is actually dampen the inside of your stick with some acoustic
foam. Right, to like absorb more of the vibrations. Yeah,
that does work, but you'll still hear the collar smack. And in the heat of a moment, getting rid of the collar smack is quite hard.
Right.
Now, what you'd want to do there to actually stop them from breaking the grab is use something that is either with forward input or start going back or down or something.
Yeah. Okay, so just change that sound into something else.
Yeah, and just mess with them.
Okay, gotcha.
Or go forward, then pull into down forward when you're holding forward.
Right,
and then do down forward
one. Like do a crouch.
Because that's a good way to actually mess with people who want to duck grabs when they hear the forward. Because if somebody is making a read on your forward 2 being a grab, forward 1+2 being a grab, then he's always going to want to duck it because that's where he gets the meatiest punish. Unless he's being safe, then he'll break it.
So I'm just gonna try and catch up with chat real quick. So I just want money. That money again. Wait, Danny Bruce said I fist bumped the guy who was trying to rock paper scissors me, so I never went to another one. What the fuck are you doing? What a mental case.
If they're good, they're gonna break it anyway. As said,
the pre-game mix-up, bro. That's so awkward. Yeah, it was fucked.
This guy said.
So I left for a bit. Who's this? It's Ralph's, dude. Ralph's from chat. Use the noise to trick them. They're gonna break the grab anyway. People look at hands. Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The
actual mix-up that comes in.
Yeah.
Is what I was talking about. The ducking.
Yeah. So you always see him down ducking. Like I realized that. Okay, I inadvertently create a different kind of conditioning. I'm making them duck not through my lows but through my grabs. It's like I'm thinking about that now. I've created a different type of conditioning. So everyone started ducking me after a certain amount. After the download was complete, they knew when to duck me safely. But then in my mind, I'm like, I noticed it when it happened. I'm like, fuck, next time I should just launch instead and get a full combo, because they're gonna do that. Because I kind of do the same initiation to the same move, and the same thing happens.
I wouldn't go launching immediately unless you want to go a bit unga. I would rather just do an instant while running 2 or something like that.
Yeah. But I don't have the confidence that to do that. I'm afraid of that triple forward. Like that's something I have to get over.
Used to it.
Yeah. I would never duck a grab. A lot of people do. It's crazy.
Ducking grabs is very worth it if you get a read.
Yes,
I mean,
yes. Like they do it to me because they know I'm shit. Like they wouldn't do it to a top guy, you know?
Yeah.
Because that opens up to, that's dangerous. But with me, they probably know that I'm not aware that they are aware of that I'm gonna grab. It's like this guy doesn't know that I know, so I'm gonna duck it anyways, and it's gonna be free. But because you can tell the way they gauge you. Like they'll be playing versus someone, and they'll be very aggressive on me. They kind of like manipulate me. I'll lose, and we do GGs. We're done. And then he plays with someone else, and then the way he plays completely changes. He's backing off. He's just never poking in. He's very cautious because the other guy's better than me, right? So the way he plays is different. So for me, he's a more aggressive, more in my face. But when he's fighting someone at a high level, then you start seeing the footsies and the spacing and little pokes and like really super safe, cautious play. So I think that I need to get good enough to gain the respect of the opponent to back off once, so I can actually do what they do. You know what I mean? You see that online as well when you get sandbagged by someone versus someone that's high level, that's more cautious in the begining because doesn't know who you are and what to expect.
I mean, like that. Commenting on your gameplay, if you were to look at, of course, they're playing against teals and greens and whatnot, and they don't understand what the fuck they're doing, and they won't necessarily adapt if you start trying to step or whatever. But when you start playing as good players, it becomes a very good idea just to poke in one jab or one down forward one, and then step or backdash.
Yeah. That's the thing. I need to
see how they react, not necessarily react.
That's what they're saying. Like to me, that kind of to me, it's a concept that it seems counterintuitive, but it's been told by so many people so many times that there must be something to it. He's basically saying do a jab or a down forward one, and then back off and leave and see what they do. Like for me, it's like wasted opportunities. Like why don't you just keep going? But to them that's important.
Going, you're eventually going to be at minus frames and they'll interrupt you.
Yeah, on the block, and it's over.
So. And when you understand how frames work in Tekken in relation to movement, you start realizing that I'm only -4. I can still backdash, and I can probably
move away,
step,
but you can't attack. Yeah,
I can probably step. Should I step or should I not step? I'm playing against Lily. Okay, Lily's linear as all hell. I'm going to step, right?
But she can catch
I'm playing
up
against Steve.
step,
I'm just not going to step, and I'm just going to be backdashing. But until you're about -6, it doesn't. You always have a movement option to go to, and even at -6 you can always backdash and hopefully get out of something.
Yeah, that's clutch.
So and you can buffer the first backdash actually, unlike every other form of movement, oddly enough, because so you just have to spam it out.
It's because you're already holding back for the initial and then you just double tap and that's it.
No, there's just a weird thing in the buffer where actually backdashes early, even if you just keep spamming it. Unlike like crouch dashing and stuff like that, where it doesn't work. But yeah, so you can actually use that to start gauging their habits and make reads.
Right.
And once you start gauging their habits and how they react to you moving, you then know, they're using this move to deal with my steps. Fine. It's a fast, high tracking fast high homing move. Now I can step duck.
Yeah.
And probably launch.
Yeah, that's the kind of thinking that I want to eventually get to, because the way I describe it is that when I'm like in a match, it's like it feels like my mind is screaming with so much information. Like it is the way I told the guys when I watch a match, every pixel on the screen is like information that I'm paying attention to. And sometimes, when you focus on so many things, you can't see the obvious. So, over time and experience, your eyes kind of ignore like, the end of the screens. It closes with all the bullshit. You don't see your character anymore because you know where he is. You don't look above and all these weird spots. You just basically shave it like 10 to 20% of your screen, which is your opponent. And then you can actually look at what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Just it's the opponent in the space in front of them.
Yeah, it's like they basically, this is like psychology. Like I'm referencing something from externally, where they say that kids are always, because for like I say a 5-year-old, everything's brand new, everything's a first time, everything looks amazing, and they've noticed everything that you don't, because you've learned to deprogram and zone everything that's unimportant out, and you only notice things that stand out because you've learned everything, you've seen everything, you don't care until you see the one weird thing. But kids, everything's a weird thing, and they just can't shut the fuck up, and it's like they're constantly at 10. That's how I feel like I'm a kid. I'm constantly at 10. Everything is new information, so I can't relax. I can't point out anything. But it's getting better. It's getting better. But I'm not at that level where I can have a calm discussion in my head about I did this, that was the reaction, that's what I'm gonna do. Like that clearly. Only if I find someone that's equal or a little bit less than me, then I can start doing that. But if someone's above me and they're doing that to me, it's crazy. But it takes work. But that's gonna happen through getting older. Just like growing older makes you more adapted. Or spending thousands of hours on the game is gonna calm you down over time.
Yep.
And also playing at that high speed.
You don't want to be. Yeah.
Because how do I say it? When I first started playing Tekken Online, first streaming, it was all done at the same time. It was very extremely high pressure. Every match felt so high pressure. Every execution was deliberate. I have to think about every input. Like now I can do combos while reading chat. I do that. So I became so comfortable in this environment in the house, right? But now that I went offline, it just reset. Everything reset. Everything became difficult again. Everything became deliberate. So I have to keep exposing myself to that amount of pressure again for, let's say, another 3 months, and then I can calm down and do combos while talking to someone next to me, and then when I come back home, I think it's going to be even more relaxing than it was before, because my threshold of stress is so much higher than it was, that this is going to be, I can actually watch it feels like child's play compared to offline, because there's evidence, right? I've been hard stuck brawler since October the 5th, getting nowhere. And I go to two local events back to back. I do another stream the next day. I get 5 ranks up. Something was up with that. That was very, out of nowhere. And I think it was basically, I had a perspective shift because I didn't do anything. I must have played like 5 matches in 2 days. But that perspective shift is so drastic that can happen. All of a sudden, everything seems so much more relaxing and slower and predictable compared to the shit that I was dealing with before. So I think that that's what I liked about it. A read's just a guess from a regular pattern. Yeah. This is against someone like King, where the grab animation doesn't line up with the what do you break is possible. Yeah. You just have to guess. Yeah. Sometimes you can tell when the giant swing's coming with the way that he does that little wavy, that crouch dash thing. Just duck it and launch him.
If you're playing against a good King, it doesn't show.
What's that?
If you're playing against a good King, it doesn't show. Your dash animation. So the one thing King players love to do is to mix up Shining Wizard and Giant Swing. You basically just hide the Giant Swing input in the dash animation and fuck them.
Yeah. I think that like noobish Kings will do the big exaggerated movements, but the better ones are very tight and quick. That's the separation, I think.
It's not just tight and quick. You're using the animation of the dash itself.
Yeah, to provide a mental mix-up. It's like, what is it going into?
The actual visual confirmation of you ducking slightly when you do when you do the Giant Swing input. Yeah. Because the game will favor keeping you in that forward moving animation if you barely duck.
Yeah. But yeah, far out. But yeah, like I think online, offline is probably the best thing I've done in my quote-unquote Tekken career so far. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, doing what we're doing here is good because this is, I find doing offline, or no, sorry, online here on stream is like a good kind of live feedback labbing. That's what I like about it. It's basically having a coaching team next to me, just bombarding me with info, and I have to just, I absorb things fast. Like, for example, I learned about crouch dash canceling within the first week of playing Tekken, like within maybe the third day or something. I think Saint had brought it up or something, like early streams. And I don't know how long it would have taken me if I was by myself in my bedroom, just trying to figure it out, you know? Like that would have taken a lot longer. So like basically every day I'll be given like a new animation, a new innovation to work with, a new optimized combo. Here's the document, here's a string cheese document, here's an optimized combo, here's a video. Shit that I didn't, that just get fed to me. Like, that was for me a really good accelerated learning. I didn't even expect that would happen. That's what I really liked. But now, when it comes to application, you have to go offline. I think that's how it goes. Like, you basically, home is the lab where you just sit and learn your patterns and stuff, and then you go outside and apply it. That's I think the two-step process, if that makes sense. Danny Brucey's never played offline in his life. Fucking, that's crazy.
Back to the topic of playing against people who are used to be playing online.
Yeah.
You can sort of see the mix-ups they choose to use.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily always work. And then they're not used to hiding it when they're playing offline. And they're spacing. They're not one thing I'm very attuned to is the ability to dash forward and block, or wave dash into block in people's face.
Yes, like me, like trying to close the distance and then pull block, like make them do something. My timing is not that great. I can't get it right when it should, and I eat it. That's like throws me off.
I don't even have a timing for it. I just visually react to the opponent shifting.
Oh right, okay.
Block. So the thing with I'm quite good at doing that, and one thing I noticed was that maybe one of them could actually do it properly offline. The people I was playing against,
right?
Because whenever I sat at a distance and just threw out an electric, and just waited for them to come in, usually they just walk into it, which is like, why?
Yeah.
I don't have any issue like doing a walk up block. Are you just walking too far forward? It wasn't counter hitting, obviously, but
right.
That kind of thing just happens because they're not attuned to just playing offline most of the time.
Right.
Rather
I get what
play
you mean.
online, then come there together.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, that's true, and that's like developing all those bad habits. But yeah. But I think that
it's not necessarily a bad habit per se, but it's a habit you develop online to stop you from making mistakes online, but at the same time, so they're not confident walking forward, and when they do, like, get that boost of confidence, they're not necessarily reacting to the right thing.
Right.
But at the same time, they're just not used to doing it to the point where it's causing them problems.
Yeah.
Because walking forward online is kind of a death sentence, honestly.
That's why I think maybe that's why I'm not that good at it, because I only do it online, and then when it's time to do it in real world, I don't have the experience or the reactions, the timing or something. Because every time I try and do it, it just never works. So I abandon it, But that's why I'm testing new things and new ideas every time I play. And basically every round is just, okay, you take one idea, test it out, doesn't work, do a new one, does it work, keep it, that kind of stuff. It's trial and error with people, And it's good to like sometimes it's good to do long sets because they download you 100% and then you have to try and deconstruct it and innovate your way out of it. Like that's like a kind of a hard way of doing it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's actually cool. And having people patient enough to do that, like, is a lucky thing, because sometimes some people seem like they just just want to leave, but they're being polite and they're staying a bit longer. But yeah,
I mean, honestly, if I'm playing with somebody online and it's boring, I'll just want to leave. But if I can sit next to some person and explain it to them, I'll generally sit there and explain it.
Yeah.
And then I'll
That's more
even
constructive, quick.
I'll even give them a few chances to apply it.
Or test that idea. It's like, just do this when I do that.
Yeah.
See? Wolf.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's what they do to me. I was like, oh yeah, man. That's what I want, man. That's good.
Yeah. It's not. It's because there's no point in me improving alone, especially when I'm not competitive per se.
Yeah. And it just, and if you give them a solution to the problem, then and they address it, then you have to counter solve that back, and then it makes you have to think about another solution. It's that making them stronger forces you to become stronger. So it's not like, because there's people that I didn't meet any in my experience in Taken specifically, but in other fields I know there's people that just like hold on to information because they think that information gives them an edge, when in reality if they shared that, they'll probably make better connections with people first of all.
Well, people still do that in fighting games.
Of course,
not,
yeah.
But yeah.
But overall, like for
Trade
beginners and
secrets.
stuff like that, you just say that if you tell them what they need to fix, it's not gonna make them better than you. Like for the next 6 years or something. It's like
Yeah, it's just experience at that point.
But yeah. So like, is there anyone in chat right now, the sub, that wants to like jump in as well? Because I don't want to be hogging one person all day.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
If you want to talk about like the crowd and stuff, I can also talk about that.
Oh yeah, sure. So as people in chat are like waking up and it's like, hey, I got something to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, how about the crowd? Because of course I'm like by myself in a room screaming like a psycho for months. And all of a sudden, you got a whole group of people behind you doing that. And I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so the DBZ tournament I went to is fairly quiet. Barely anybody. Not barely. Quite a few people attended, but nobody really gave a shit because it was the first day of DBZ, I think.
Yeah.
I went to a Street Fighter. When the anniversary collection came out.
Yeah, the 30th anniversary one. Yeah.
We had a spin the wheel Street Fighter tournament. So you spun the wheel, and you had to play the opponent in that game.
Oh wow, right? That's hype. That's just like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's really fun. And
it was an elimination, like they'll take names out.
Games I didn't mind at all. So I got the first or second match, and I had to play a guy I never played before, and I had to play Third Strike. Fair enough. I can play Third Strike. I made the mistake of bringing my K-stick with me, hoping to play Tekken.
Oh, is it really that bad? I saw people with K-sticks playing Street Fighter the other day. I don't know, man. It's
not bad in any other Street Fighter but Third Strike.
Ah, okay, I'll take that. Yeah, I wouldn't know because they were playing 5, the ones I was seeing.
Right. So I am doing what you're supposed to be doing in the Makoto matchup, where you basically shimmy in front of her to sort of parry her Hayate in her dash punch shit, because this guy doesn't know what he's doing, so he's doing special moves all day. Okay. Fair enough. I'm parrying them, as they come in. I can't punish for shit because I haven't played the game in 3 years.
Right. Well, yeah.
Right. So, of course, the crowd's going nuts behind me because there's a lot of people gathered. Because I'm parrying shit, but it seems like I'm too nervous to fucking.
Yeah. Dude, Third Strike parries are the best parries, man. The fucking best parries in any fighting game.
And
so good.
I can't hit confirm down crouching medium kick for the life of me. I'm playing Ken, by the way.
Okay.
And I can't fucking hit confirm 2 lights into fucking super either. I blame the K-stick.
Oh yeah. But like, how was the crowd? Do you know how many people roughly? Like, I don't know how to count.
Like behind me, there was like 6 or 7 people. There's probably around 25 people in the whole place. It's a small pub essentially.
Okay. But it's compact. It feels like tight. It's not like empty.
Yeah, it's really tight. And they were screaming like mad. So at the end of one of the matches, I ended up parrying something. I parried a dash punch. And then he did a super. And I had the option of just blocking the super.
Yeah? Would you parry the super?
Except I was like, no, I'm going to go for the hype option. I'm going to parry this shit.
Oh, you could have your little Daigo moment. Oh, shit. There you go.
No, it's just, I only have to parry the first hit, so it's not a problem, because the super doesn't go into the rest of it if I parry it. But I get fucked for it. I still win, but it's like...
Shit.
I still win, but it's like
yeah, but it wasn't.
Everybody was going nuts
like how you
there for no
envisioned it.
reason.
Oh, that's funny.
And the problem was I was feeding off the crowd, and with the way I was playing.
Right. Yeah,
if I was playing in a solitary room, I would have played super safe.
Yeah. Okay. So it actually affects the way you play, like the attitude in the match.
And the other thing was the commentators were more or less in front of me behind the monitors.
Yeah.
And I could hear them.
Right.
And I was sort of feeding off not necessarily the information they were giving, but more the things they were saying about how I was responding to shit, because they couldn't tell if I knew how to play the game or not.
Right.
One guy behind me could tell because he saw the way I was like moving, and he saw the way I was trying to hit confirm, but noticed I was fucking up every hit confirm as well.
Yeah.
Either way, so I got a little bit annoyed by the commentators because they were like, I thought it kind of felt like I was being undermined a bit, but either way.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's like when I was commentating behind the other guys, it's like, fuck, man. You're supposed to like be providing hype and kind of like pointing out things like, if someone fucks up, you want to say they fucked up. Let's say, for example, right? They dropped a combo when it really mattered. You say that, and then the guys like I'm like, a freaking arm's length from your shoulder, and I'm like telling you fucked up, and but then again, like there's people all around him saying, oh, that's because you're shit, they'll say that to him because they're all messing with him. But as a commentator, like being heard like that, can affect the player, but from the player's perspective, you have to have certain expectations that's how things are done. That's how Mafia works in fighting game commentary. It's like, what are you going to do? We want to pat on the back when you fuck it up? It's like, I think I'd rather hear you fucked up than, it was a good effort or something, because that's more undermining.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I'm bothered about is that I'd rather have it a bit more isolated. So, especially commentary.
Oh, you mean like in their own group or something separate?
The problem is, though, is if you have people in a group behind you, right?
Yeah.
Chances are they're going to start talking about strategy and feeding information. So it doesn't matter that you're commentating
coaching or something, like just giving.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that you're commentating not really in that scenario.
Yeah.
But ideally, you wouldn't have that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's part of the charm of it, really.
You
sort of feed off of it. You feed off the information. You feed off the energy behind you.
Yeah. Like, that was for me when I first sat down and I played against DreadTech, the guy from Melbourne. That just floored me 5 times. And what happened was that every time I would do something like interesting, or I'd catch him somewhere, I'll duck at a high and like hit him back. I don't think I ever managed to launch him because I was so like I couldn't let go of the stick to do a wall standing too. Like I was so nervous, right? Because that was my first offline match ever, was against a legend that I didn't know about on camera in a group of experts that I'm afraid of. Like it was too many things. Like it's not a soft introduction. But what happened was that when everyone was yelling, like my brain kind of shut down out of like overload, like mental overload. But when I watched the VOD back, when I heard the yells when I got the hit, I was like, I got hyped. I was like, that's what you want. That's a hype moment. But I was not having a hype moment when it was happening. It was like a complete opposite reaction. Only at that time. Any other time after that, once I've like relaxed, I've had my initial shock. Every other time someone like goes whoop, it goes a bit up, you get hyped up with it. You actually get amped by it. So that for my first time it only happened. But I know what you mean. Sort of like, because I never got that big reaction like I did the first time. But hopefully when I go to BKB maybe next week or the week after, and they're doing some online stuff on camera, I'll try and jump in against whoever's that the monster of the week that they bring in.
I don't get very tense or nervous when it comes to playing games because I just honestly don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, but for me, I was like, I feel like I was like, I feel like I have to live up to something. I was like, especially when I'm like, not because like I need to be a champion. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just saying that I've been working hard for a long time. It's on the stream. There's people that I know that are watching. I don't want to disappoint them because they've been watching me. It's like that's my main concern. So like, I'm not saying I need to win, but like,
I was watching you play, so I sort of understand that. I knew where you sat in the grand scheme of things against.
So like
against those guys, I was like,
I was doing
no
that.
expectations of you doing well.
Like for example, if I could like duck a Hawaiian high, wall stand 2, launch it, and do a full optimal combo, get the wall splat, stomp him, and then lose the round, They can say, but you did that, you know. But I
That
didn't
was
do
good, yeah.
anything. I didn't do anything. It was like I'll actually do like a big brain move and like get an opening for a launch. I'll get the launch and I would like pass forward 443. It will drop. I wouldn't get the forward 3 crouch dash because my timing was off because I was so nervous. I couldn't feel time. Like time was warping, if that makes sense. Like, you know, when you have those high adrenaline moments and you feel like time is longer, like it feels like an eternity in a flash. Like you have that while you're trying to do like dash canceling. No, it just doesn't happen. It's like you're like wobbling between time. So you still hear a little of the hype. Yeah, I noticed that when I was playing with a headset on noise canceling, I play at my best. Right. But then you get to hear the game well. I think that would be nice because audio cues, like for example, the Korean player, he wanted the monitors to be louder because he said he couldn't hear the confirmations of a certain move. And I'm like, yeah, that's so if you got no audio at all.
In a competitive scenario, I wouldn't accept any setup that didn't allow you to bring your own sound card or portable audio device.
Right. Did like put your own headset, yeah.
And your own headset.
Oh, Monani is here, dude. How's it going? Oh yeah.
Essentially, I did the maths for this a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how far the monitor is away from you, you can add about 50 to 60 milliseconds of sound lag, essentially.
Right. Right. So how far would that be? Like an arm's distance?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's actually a big deal. Like, it's not. And also, I would make sure I brought my own sound device or sound mixer.
Right.
You know, a cheap one or whatever.
Yeah, you didn't.
Just to make sure that I know it works, and I'm not using a laggy sound mixer that the
right. What will they give you?
Event provided or whatever. Because how am I supposed to trust it? You know?
Right.
They might be sponsored by the guys who make the mixer. I'll tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
I'll sneak it in, but that's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you're playing on a PC, for example.
Yeah.
I would generally get a splitter and bring an audio interface or DAC, and then use that.
Yeah, well, a little Scarlett, the solo.
Yeah, a Scarlett or a Presonus or whatever, and essentially taking a splitter out of that. That way, because they're very low lag, and you can always just use that as a decent audio source.
Does the sound lag through the PS4 controller? Probably.
I'm sure it does because it has to send a wireless signal first, but whether it lags a lot or not is another question.
Because it will be as lagged as your inputs would be.
Is optimized for sound lag.
What's that?
You know? I don't think the PS4 itself is optimized for sound lag.
No.
You can't connect a DAC to the PS4. I don't think you have to use the DAC internally.
Yeah, it's HDMI.
And then go to the whatever other source you're using.
Like whatever that is, That's a mess. But
but you at least have consistent PS4 lag, and then it's just a question of whether your mixer's shit or not.
Yeah. Whoop. But yeah, I guess so. But that's like deep Discord tech, man. To get the audio right, fuck. Because there's a lot of.
It is actually a big deal that nobody thinks about. And
yeah. Because I see like big events like Evo, even literal Evo, where there's tons of people and they're not even wearing a headset. They don't give a shit. It's like they're not even putting it on. They're just playing as is. Well, that's crazy. Yeah. Because it feels like you're missing an element.
One reason is they want to hear the crowd. They want to feed off the hype, basically.
Yeah.
And the other reason is they're probably not used to it because they're used to being a loud event or loud locals and just playing off the speakers of the monitor.
Right.
Which is fair. I don't want to if I'm at a local, I'm not going to force them to put a mixer in and put in where big airplane aviation headphones to block out noise and shit.
Get those big 3E ones or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck.
I mean, the best probably solution I could think of is to say, bring in-ear monitors with you. Bring an amplifier mixer thing so you can lower the volume for yourself. And
it's pretty extreme, but yeah.
Bring a pair of shooting ear protection essentially and wear them over your in-ears. No crowd hype at all allowed.
No hype permitted.
Except you'll still hear the vibrations of their voice, like just
yeah. Oh, that's gonna be like
shaking
you're gonna feel it through your body, like just in general. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, that you said that next week you got a tournament, right?
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah. So what do you think the chances are? Like, what do you think you're gonna land based on like the matchups and maybe probably the people that you're probably gonna?
So I played 5 people, I think.
It's gonna be 5 people.
I played 5 people from the community so far, and apparently a lot of people come down for Tekken when it happens.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
I've missed every Tekken day for this tournament in the past year because
okay.
reasons. Essentially, I've not been able to attend.
Right.
And I might not be able to attend this one. I'll see. I want to.
Oh, you got to do it, man. I want to hear the results because that stuff's interesting.
But yeah, I'm not expecting anything.
Yeah. Of course. Well, look.
Honestly.
Yeah, it's like, but you don't know what you're gonna get. Something cool might pop up. You know.
Considering the level of people around me.
Yeah.
There's like a 10% chance I could just steal every match.
Like yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you get some like Hail Marys in there and some good stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, this is gonna be good. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Because even I
play a bitch character.
I obviously suck, but I got a 2-0 in my first one, so like I can at least put that. When I saw my Smash.gg account, it says I got a 33% win rate compared to a 0 that was the expectation. So, even if I get a 0 next time, this is going to be compounded on top of my 33. So it's going to be like 15 or 20. So I can never get 0. From this point on, it's never going to be a 0. This is going to be some wacky number. But, for me, that's sick. And, I wouldn't have never gotten that if I didn't go. So, and it's surprisingly interesting that every tournament that I've been to, the 2 that I've been to, when you get into loser brackets, all of a sudden it's people sort of your level. It's like you relax, like I'm not the only one. Like you feel like everybody else is like 50 years ahead of you at all times in every category, but it's not the case. Like the top guys are always gonna be the top guys, but the other people that turn up are not the top guys, and you're not a top guy either. So there's a chance. Like both times I lost and I got eliminated were 2 matches that I knew deep down if I just shaped up and focused a bit better, I would have had it like 100%. So. I feel like every time is just going to be chasing that close feeling every time. So that's what I want.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Looking at the characters I had to face, they're actually quite varied as well. So
okay.
I watched a tournament that happened a year ago, or not a year ago, well, 6-7 months ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I watched, and the people I played against. So I was the only Mishima player there, or person who could play Mishimas properly.
Right.
Who had the excuse. In that gathering of 6 or so people.
Right.
In the tournament, I think there was one other Mishima player. And then every bitch-made character you can think of was there.
Eddie's, Hwoarang's, Chloe's, King,
Josie's.
Josie?
No, King's not bitch-made.
Josie ain't bitch-made.
Josie is a walking mix-up.
yeah, that's the thing. It's like you have to actually try and like figure out what kind of switch she's doing out of the 4 or 5 that they're available.
Yeah, and it's the problem with her is that a lot of her stuff tracks where it shouldn't.
Right.
And in a way it doesn't make sense. Like her crouch dash 3 for some reason tracks you while she moves forward, even though she's already bolting forward.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Either way.
50-50 from half screen. Josie hella bitch made. Yeah, with the soccer kicks and all that shit, or the big knees and that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I play a bitch made character, but my bitch made character requires me to fucking do a 14 frame electric to punish jabs, so okay.
Yeah. There's a price to pay for the rest of the bitch made qualities. But yeah, but you can forward 4 your way through a lot of shit, so.
Oh yeah, no, that's where my character becomes a proper bitch.
But yeah. That's
forward 4 counter hits into fucking anything.
Yeah. Just magic everything.
Yeah, so looking at the characters there, it's actually extremely varied. And more so than you would think. Like if you go online, you don't see that many characters. but one of the best players that was at the gathering I went to was Raven main, I think.
Right.
And
Okay.
also happened to have a decent Miguel and a
Hmm.
decent Eliza.
Damn.
There was a really well, I don't know, really good, but a Gigas player who fucked me up senseless. I just don't know.
Oh
how to
wow,
play
Gigas,
properly.
man. Gigas died after Marduk came out. Like they did not exist online. They are gone. Gone.
Well, a funny thing about Gigas, right, is that Gigas had a move in season 1 that was a reactable high.
Yeah.
So when I went to that gathering, I ducked it every time. It was a reactable high. It's now a reactable mid that you can interrupt.
Right.
So me
Yeah, I
going
remember
big
that.
brain
Yeah, that was a
season
big
1,
change.
I'm gonna duck this.
Yeah, fuck
and
that.
eat it every time.
Oh boy. But yeah. So
What I should have done was fucking parried it every time, because Jin, but
oh
you
yeah,
know.
because you're Jin. Fuck yeah, of course. The amount of times I had running twos parried and launched, oh beautiful.
The most satisfying thing to parry, in my opinion, is Horang's forward 4, or whatever it is, the lunging kick.
Oh yeah.
There was like an unofficial, like an undocumented update in season 2, where if you parry it, it's now minus 15 instead of minus 14.
Oh.
So I can actually get cans on it.
You can't. Yeah. Oh wow.
Now.
Damn.
Which is hilarious because it was hard to punish before. Well, it's still hard to punish because it's perfect, but either way. Oh yeah, the parry works is funny, right? So if you parry anything, it's always minus a certain amount. So if I parry a certain move, it might be minus 18, minus 15, whatever, but it's always minus 15 no matter when you parry it. Like in whatever form of active frames you parry it. It's a weird thing, but it's consistent.
But yeah, let's see. So let me just quickly ask: is anyone else in chat? Any subs in chat that want to jump in, give their stories?
Yep.
Let's see what's going on. But yeah, I'm keen to see what that tournament's gonna go out. The one in Brighton, because I'd imagine there's a lot of people in Brighton.
Yeah, a lot of people in Brighton, but so the thing about the Tekken one, right, is it has one of the bigger turnouts, oddly enough. But they don't run Tekken often.
Right.
Since Brighton's close to London, you can always just go to London, but honestly, paying 15 to 20 quid a ticket return sucks.
Yeah.
And then coming back, I think it was in East London, and coming back at say 12 p.m. from East London, not necessarily the safest thing in the world.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not the best.
Yeah, but yeah, I can make an hour's trip to London every other week. Technically, I'm not gonna fucking do it though.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it.
But a lot of people from Eastbourne or whatever come into Brighton essentially for the Tekken tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently, so I think the reason they don't run Tekken more often is one, the main organizer is a big Street Fighter player.
Oh, right. Okay, so you got people that do completely different game. Yeah. You want like Tekken people to organize Tekken events?
I'm not trying to be derogatory with the term weeb. I'm a weeb as well, but you know.
Oh, dude, we're all fucking weebs, man.
Yeah.
We're all just fucking. We're all unlovable weebs.
But the interesting part is there's a lot of in Brighton they play a lot of the odd games here. So
yeah, you said all the units and all the anime. Well, a bunch of melty blood people too.
Scene here. There's a fairly good King of Fighters. Well, there's a good few King of Fighters players here. They give a shit about the game.
Right. Yeah. It's the same thing. Here we have like in Sydney at least, we have like a really strong like virtual fighter scene. Like it's like it's strong as in like this core group of people, this clique, this unbendable. It's not gonna stop. You know, they're gonna keep that thing going to the ground. You know, I don't think there's many people going new into it. But the people that are there, like they're the old guard, and they're not gonna go down. You know, it's like, fucking, I'm gonna stop playing Virtual Fighter when the Xbox dies. You know, it's like I'm gonna keep running that to the ground.
Yep.
So yeah. But no King of Fighter stuff, as far as I know, and there's no big scene here at all. But yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that was nice, man. For the jumping in, man. It's like an hour.
Yep.
Fucking A. But yeah, that's good stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, it's like legit. What do you call it? The thing work? Wait a second, let me just check behind me because okay, we got the Kumite. Okay, we're good. We're good. I think he just jumped to a new video. But yeah, man, I really appreciate it. It was good stuff. But yeah, you didn't have the camera. You're killing me without the camera, dude. The camera improves the situation. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, next time
If
try
I,
and
if I have a camera, it's
with,
going to be staring at something, but not me.
you win a tournament, buy a webcam. There you go, dude.
I have a webcam. I'm just using it for other things that
Whoop.
are actually scientific.
All right.
Like literally scientific, not
Like
not the
blowing
other
up
kind of
lithium
science.
with water. Oh, no, like
No,
cesium.
actually, it has to do with lasers. But yeah.
Huh. Okay. What do you mean? What do you do with the lasers?
Using them to. I'm just capturing images of lasers on objects and trying to subtract the shape of the laser from the actual object.
Right. Okay. Ooh.
Uni work essentially.
Yeah, that's some big brain shit, dude. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But yeah, dude, appreciate it for hanging out. So let's see how we do this. I'll just figure out how do I end this now. I think I'm gonna go there, and then I press the buy button on here, leave call, dude. Yeah, so cheers for that, man. I'll catch you around maybe next week. We'll see what the topic's about. So we'll try and come up with something for next week in the Discord, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully somebody else will jump in as well.
Yeah. So do I. So don't worry, man. Cheers, man. Thanks for that. Catch you around.
Cheers.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty painless. That was pretty straightforward. Okay, I'm trying to make the transition now. Yeah, that's it, man. Easy. Dude, Discord's not as bad as I thought. Right now, I've got like a setup that's for one caller at a time. I don't know what happens to the screen when you add multiple callers. Like if how it divides itself, but I'll figure that out. But right now, one-on-ones, very good, man. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. How's it going? Everyone's still here. Okay, some people are still here. I have a roll call. Check. See who's here. How's it going? So, I think we covered everything. The only thing I didn't do is go through my documents, but I feel like we should leave that for another time, just like a general stream, because I have to like pull stuff out. Unless you guys want me to do that now. Hey, Aliet's here. There you go. You said that you want to go to a local. You haven't been to a local. So, okay, we got 2. We got 3. Okay, so there's a bit of a delay in chat, eh? Okay. But yeah, that works. That's sick, man. I'm glad that works. I'm just like stoked. Discord's funny. Yeah. Did it sound weird for you? I haven't been in like 15 years. Oh boy. What does that even? But what game were you playing like 15 years ago? Like what? Like Melee? What were you doing? Like I'm trying to think what games were around then. But you said that was before like esports was like big. Obviously, 15 years ago it was like nothing. It was like a little nerd conference or something. Oh, Soul Calibur. Oh wow, yeah, Soul Calibur 2. That's right. The Aris days, dude. Hell yeah. The freaking world champion. That's pretty funny. But yeah. Oh, what do we got here? Danny Brucey. Been doing the Resident Evil stream. Oh, dude, he's he did a what do you call it? A Need for Speed Most Wanted stream last night, dude. He did it for like 8 hours or something. Because his computer. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna talk on behalf of like. His computer can't run 1080p like a game, a proper modern game stream. He can't do it. So what he does is, I told him, just fucking play a game that's like an older gen game, like a 480, like an old school game that needs no resources, and you can stream it. And that's what he did, dude. Discord's a fucking bloat. Haram bloat. Yeah. So that's what he's doing Need for Speed now, so he's all hyped about that. So I was like, it's all right. It's terribly resource heavy when it doesn't need to be. Yeah, it is bloaty, but yeah, it is what it is. Also, not sure how my 10-year-old ThinkPad will react to running a webcam. Oh yeah, you're running the ThinkPad. Oh yeah. I'm going down to the Gold Coast for 6 weeks today, but can't bring PC. Loaded Tekken onto my Surface Pro 3. You should run it, right? You just put some potato mods in that, drop all the settings down, render scale 50, potato mods. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, was that 1024 by 768? Yikes. It's fucked, but pulling 60. There you go, dude. Does the Surface Tab have a Ethernet port on it? Or not? Sounds like my fucking VTech non-stop. Now we're talking, dude. Get that Marduk VTech step, dude. Nah, it's gonna be dog shit. I'll send out like some suggestions. Might use 4G hotspot. You're gonna be one of them Wi-Fi warriors. You're not even like a Wi-Fi warrior. That's like a hotspot warrior. That's like the next level shit. They can meme harder. Yeah, do it, man. I miss my CRT. Dude, we got a bunch of CRTs. We got 2 PVMs in the house, dude. Fucking crazy. Got them for free off the side of the street. True story. There was a guy emptying out a warehouse. Like it was like just a building that was abandoned with like tons of like TV production equipment from like the 80s and like late 80s to early 90s. Like just machines with like rack mounted units and camera. I forgot what the word is, like for effects, like visual effects. Like basically, now you have software that you just pick your transitions and you just click to the next thing and all that. But back then it was like one piece of machine with buttons on it that do what you want it to do. Like it had a bunch of those cables for like to connect like the cameras for the TV to the machines, PVM sitting there, and he just was putting them on the side of the street, and we just drove by, and we found like we saw the PVM. Like, that's a fucking PVM. We just stopped and we talked to the guy. I was like, he just had a chat with him. We sat inside, talked for hours, picked anything we wanted, and just put it in the car and came back and did like 2 drives back and forth to like get everything, and he didn't leave. He's like, I'll stay and wait for you to come back again. Legend, man. We got some free good shit for free. It's like crazy. But yeah. I'm actually like, okay, I think, okay. So right now, I think we're wrapping up the podcast. I think that, well, this test, I don't even know if I should even call it a podcast. Like it's something. I don't know what it is. Like chatting with subs, that's a bit, I don't know, that sounds like a bit like sub matches or something. It sounds a bit lame like that. I literally have to spend I have to move couches, I have to change monitors. It's fucking mess. It's gonna take me an hour to fix this. Fucking PVM. There you go, dude. So, Nikita, step up, get the Tekken going, dude. No, there's no screen to play Tekken on, dude. Like I can't explain it. You have to see behind you, the fucking mess. But tomorrow I will be streaming Tekken 100%. And yeah, I think also sub chat is gonna get 2 hours and 45 minutes. What? 1 hour? Yeah, from 1 hour it became 2 hours and 45. Alright, I'll be waiting. See you in 1 hour for Oh my god, dude. I've been awake for 24 hours now. I Iron Man this stream. I was like, I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna stay up. Gonna get this podcast going. So yeah, dude. I am ready for some dinner, sleep, heavy grind. So basically, last night I was hanging out with some people from the Tekken stuff, and we played some matches, hang out, talked about some shit. And then from there, I just came back and just set up. It was like all night. 24 hours, might as well make it 30. I already done that. That's too late. I've done that on my birthday. I'm not going to do it again until my next birthday. Might as well make it 30. Fuck. That was a funky stream. Jesus Christ. A lot of content that day, that's for sure. So, what's this? Schedules cannot be followed. Yeah. Well, look, the 1 hour was like a threshold I put on myself to make sure that I can hit it. Now that we hit 240, that's pretty good on that's fine. But I think I need to I think, I need to have segments. If I've got 5 topics or something, like we'll talk about it in the chat, but in Discord. But from that point, we'll just like try and compartmentalize it, make it more compact. That's gonna take experience because I know people who do good podcasts that it took them years to get there. So it's Spruga's birthday, no joke. Giving him the 30 at least. What? Yeah, okay, calm the fuck down, buddy. Jesus Christ, dude. I need you and Spruga to drop a fucking T3 on that shit to 5 people, then I'll do the fucking 30. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, exactly. It's a tad too long, I'd say. Yeah. Fucking it. But yeah, we'll see. Tomorrow, I don't know. We'll talk about. I'm not gonna like try and talk about topics now, but I'll try and keep up with news as well because there's a lot of stuff happening on Tekken, especially following Twitter. It's happening all the time, so there's always something interesting to talk about. You have to get used to talking concisely. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to be punchy. Because the thing is that I'm lacking a sense of direction. I don't know how to do things exactly, but that's only going to come through experience. I had the same issue with my regular streams. Like in the beginning, you think you had a plan, and then you do it, and then it's not the way it should really be. There's a better way of doing it, so you just change it and change it and change it. And then like 30 iterations in, it's a completely different product, but it's better. It's tighter. So that's what I want to do. But the calling thing, like this is our first test call, flying colors. No disruptions, clean sound. There was no sound bleeding into the mic from the speakers, which I was afraid of. And also, this setup is interesting as well. Having the couch here flipped the other way around, and having Tekken playing in the background. That's how you do it. So this is like the third setup. It takes a long time to set up, and a lot of fuckery, but it looks good. So that's all that matters. So yeah, man. Rehearsing it. Yeah, it's live rehearsals. That's all it is. It's basically shit that I'm gonna look back a year in the future and look back and just cringe that it's so bad. But that's why you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet, dude. Or making sub notes points to the what? To the points topics. What do you mean? What? Is what? Or making sub notes points to the top. Oh, right. Right. I know what you mean. Like, just have your main topic and key things you need to address. Topic, key. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, gotcha. Making an omelette? I thought I was making... Mate, you'd be killing me with my own reference. Okay. Calm down. Okay, it's alright. What do you gotta do? You gotta crack a few pigs to make a sausage? I don't know. It doesn't work. You got... It's not really rehearsed the timing. Right. Wait, at least you have the stuff in mind in detail. Yeah. This was like literally, I came back, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was like, okay, it's in 3 hours. I need to get ready. Let's just do it. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, that's that. We're gonna do that. I think it's like basically journaling your day and adding things to it as you go through the week. It's like, okay, let's mention this time. Let's mention that. But yeah, I'll keep you guys in touch. Let me just do this real quick. Okay, cool. You can get sidetracked before the podcast. Oh yeah. So let me just do some quick wrap-ups. Yeah, so today I need to thank Sainted and this guy for both subscribing. Yeah, Sainted uses his Twitch Prime. Big brains, didn't cost him nothing. And this guy subscribed out of his pocket, dude, because he has plenty to share, dude. So I appreciate that. I'm gonna drop the credits and I'll catch us tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that I'll be doing a morning stream. I'm hoping to do a morning stream. So I'll catch us around then and I'll see you around, man. Let me put some music back on because it's kind of weird without the music. Let me just crack a bit of that shit on. Now we're talking, dude. So I'll catch us around tomorrow, man. It was a good podcast, nonetheless, dude. So we'll see what we'll call it. We'll see if we can give it a punful name or not. And I'll catch us around tomorrow, man. So until then, where's my end screen? Let me see my little thing here. So I'll see you then, dude. Peace out, man. Cheers.